See you.
haven't played in a few days. We went up to Campbellsville on Monday and gutted out a win there. So good to kind of bounce back after we lost to the Tennessee team. 4 straight wins and shooting the ball extremely well. We're shooting the ball better right now than we've shot it in all year, maybe several years. So that's good to see. So what puts you in a bad spot tonight is if you're winning by 39, you still want the kids to play a little bit because we haven't played in a week almost, and we might not play in another week. So you've got to balance that with still, being up by a lot. So in order to do that, though, you have to really take care of business, and you have to come out here. And, I thought Campbellsville is a really good shooting gym. I don't necessarily think this is one of the better shooting gyms, so it will be a test for us. But we need to get used to this environment because this is where district tournament will be this year. And I don't know about the crowd. I'd say usually with 19 minutes to go, there's a little bit better crowd here than there is right now. So we'll see if it fills in, and I'm sure it will. So we've won 20 straight against them, including 4 district championships, and had a ton of success. And it looks like for them, you kind of broke this to me a while ago, that it looks like they'll be without their primary ball handler.
Yeah, it's Kylie Green out. She walked in when I got here this afternoon, and of course she was in the homecoming activities they just had here a few minutes ago. She was in her homecoming, dress, and but she had a big boot on her foot, and of course she didn't wear it when the homecoming ceremony was taking place. But she is out tonight. Not sure what the status is, but she will not be playing tonight. She played that's 12 points right there that Glasgow will have to make up somewhere.
She played against Warren Central, but as you mentioned, she's not even in the book tonight, so she is out. I think she's really makes them initiate everything. Everything ball handling wise goes through her, so it'll be a test for somebody else to handle the ball and be in position to score. We did a super job against their main 3 scorers last time. Green had 8, Kirkpatrick 7, England 6, so nobody even in double figures for them, and holding them just 26 was probably one of the better defensive performances we've had all year. So I think we'll be able to duplicate and replicate that tonight, but you've got to have a good mindset going into the game, and it's easier to get up even though you beat them by 39. It's easier to get up because it's Glasgow.
Yeah.
Because you haven't played in a week, and you're just excited to be in this environment. So hopefully it'll be a kind one to us tonight here for the girls' game in Scotty Gym.
The Lady-Scotties average 48.4 points a game. They shoot 33.5% from the field. They've made 86 three-point shots at about 28% shooting. That's an average of about 5 threes a game. Very poor shooting free throw team at 54%. And they average 27.5 rebounds a game. The Trojanettes are averaging 60.7 points a game. They shoot around 40.6% from the field and have made 128 threes this year. Now, that's an average of 7. Shelby Birds hit 38 threes. Mahala Burton has come
than the other. Some surprises could happen. We'll talk again more about the boys later, but Glasgow's boys were, I think, within 5 points of Warren Central's boys with just a few minutes to go the other night and end up losing the game. But Warren Central, shows some susceptibility in the last week to Bowling Green and Glasgow both, and Bowling Green able to pull off the upset.
Yeah. Other games last night in girls action in 15th District play. Allen County Scottsville girls beat Warren East 71-47. Bowling Green girls over Warren Central 42-33. Metcalfe County beat Washington County 64-33, and Greenwood beat South Warren 59-48. Over on the boys' side, Allen County Scottsville over Warren East by 23, 88-65. Again, Bowling Green in overtime defeating Warren Central 65-59. Greenwood beat South Warren by 23 last night, 78-55. So, Greenwood was on a tear last night, and they may move up in the rankings next week after that win. And, of course, Clinton County beat Evangel Christian in the state All-A first round, 55-39. Caverna beat Owensboro Catholic by 20, 66-46.
Yeah, you think you get the 14th District boys a little figured out, and last night completely said, no, it's still wide open as far as those 4 teams are concerned.
Yeah. Looking at the standings right now, I mentioned Barren County's 3-0 in district play. This is on the girls' side. Allen County Scottsville now 3-1. Warren East is 1-4. Glasgow 1-3. So a loss by Glasgow tonight would put them at a tie for third with Warren East, since they have split during the regular season. I'm not sure how they do the tiebreaker. It's been a while.
So basically, what this means is this game really doesn't mean a whole lot. We take care of business, and we obviously can still control our own positioning. But Warren East and Glasgow could either be our opponents, as it's not a coin flip anymore. I think it's RPI, or there's some other head-to-head.
Kind of go by RPI sometimes. Yeah. All right, we're still about 9.5 minutes away. Trojanettes and the Lady-Scotties coming up in game 1 of our doubleheader. Barren County 17-2, Glasgow 4-14 on the year. And you look at Kelsey Kirkpatrick, her 4th season here at Glasgow, 28-79 overall. They've not had a winning season since 2020, when Justin Stinson coached here to a 22-9 record. They went 10-13 in 2021, 12-15 in 2022, and then when Kelsey Kirkpatrick took over the program, 14-18 in 2023, 6-24 in 2024 season, and then last year they were 4-23, and right now this year they're 4-14.
Yeah, they've struggled. Needless to say, they've had a hard time, especially against us, winning 20 in a row, and I'm certain that Kelsey has actually never beaten Barren County, right? If you look back in the metrics, the last time that they beat us was all the way back in 2018. So Kirkpatrick has never really had any success against Barren County in her tenure.
Yeah. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll come back with more pregame coverage here. The Don Franklin countdown to tip-off. Trojanettes, Lady-Scotties in Game 1, followed by the Trojans and the Scotties in Game 2. They're going to have a Hall of Fame inductions in between games here at Glasgow High, and that'll be, as I said, in between games. After the Trojanettes and Lady-Scotties play, they'll get into the Hall of Fame inductions right before the Trojans and Scotties play. We're about 8 minutes away. We'll be back in 3 minutes, and this is Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Extreme Health Club and Extreme Fitness for Women, both with 24-hour access. And Extreme Blend Smoothie Bar to help you refuel and recover. Over 8,000 square feet of weights in Extreme Health Club, and ladies only at Extreme Fitness for Women, including tanning beds, both with access to saunas, infrared saunas, and the 90-degree saline therapy pool. You'll love the wide variety of classes with experienced instructors. Personal training is available and with the best in the business. Call or stop by today and see what everybody's talking about.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially
Grader wears number 2, averaging 12.8 points a game. She's the leading scorer for the Lady-Scotties thus far this season. Kayla Kirkpatrick, number 10, a 5'6 junior, 9.5 points, 4.3 rebounds. Natea Lightfoot starting tonight, a 5'4 freshman, averaging 3 points a game. Jayla Crane, number 11, a 5'5 8th grader, who will be starting in place of the injured Jakayla Green tonight. Crane averaging 4 points a game. And the other starter is Jordy Goodman, number 15, a 5'6 junior that averages 2 points a game for the Lady-Scotties. Barren County Trojanettes under 11th year head coach Piper Lindsay. Her assistant coaching staff of Brent Spillman, Michael Toms, Billy Michael Dyer, Mia Long, number 24 Shelby Bird, a 5'8 junior, averaging 19.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. Mahala Burton, number 3, a 5'7 sophomore, 7.4 points, 4.5 rebounds. Addie Slagle, number 11, a 5'3 sophomore, 9.3 points a game. And Ashley Atkinson, number 35, a 5'10 senior, averaging 4.6. And Riley Wilson, a 5'10 senior, wearing number 32, averaging 3 points a game for the Trojanettes. And there's your starting lineups, brought to you by Lakeside Recycling. The officials for tonight's doubleheader, Adam Clark, Chris Sweeney, and Mike Goodson. And the officials are sponsored by Extreme Health Club and Fitness for Women. And ATM Media Solutions will have the opening tip-off, brought to you by Farmers RACC. And Raphael Sports Bar brings you the first quarter of play here from Glasgow High. You know, it's kind of a dark gym in here, Robert, because especially when you got a blue floor, that darkens it even more, I think.
Yeah. That was a change that they made when they redid the gym a few years ago, and not one of my favorites, just by, you know, it takes away, I guess, the classic look of a gym floor when you try to contrast the dark and the light. But you see that all over the place. You see it in colleges. You see it in the NBA. The NBA has it seems like a different floor for everything. So that's just the style. Unfortunately, in high school basketball, once you do it, you probably have it for several years. You can't redo it as much as the college and the pros with the amount of money that it costs to do such a thing. So one of the smaller gyms, we said Campbellsville was small. This may be a little bit smaller than Campbellsville. Campbellsville fits about 1,500, and I would beg to differ that this one would have just a little bit less than that. Crowd filling in a little bit. I think Glasgow's crowd still pretty sparse, even though they've had homecoming before, as you mentioned. Ours is starting to fill in just a little bit over there on that side, about 2 minutes away from tip.
Not the usual big crowd that we have on a Friday night, because usually the Barren County side is completely full. and it's about 3/4 full right now. Of course, we still got the boys' game coming up later tonight, too, and then the Hall of Fame ceremony is taking place in between games here at Glasgow High as well. So they'll have all that going on here tonight.
Would you believe it? The listed capacity of this gym is 2,600 people.
Now, that might have been that when they had the old gym because they had bleachers in the end zone. No, they had a stage in the end zone, but your bleachers went higher up. I mean, they were more up. They were just, and then you don't have the seat. You had bleachers on this side, too, on the home side. You didn't have the chair backs. Yeah. So
I don't know if that's the updated one or not, but that's what's listed on the official documents that they have to submit to KHSA. But anyway, we'll try to fill it up the best we can and have a good game and get through the girls' game here and be prepared for the boys, which should be a showdown that has seating implications just like this one does.
Yeah, Barren County will be in black uniforms tonight with Burgundy numbers and letters outlined in gold with Burgundy stripes down the sides. The Glasgow Lady-Scotties down to our right will be in their home white uniforms with blue numbers and lettering. First, we're going to have our national anthem, so we'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the start of this basketball game between the Trojanettes and the Lady-Scotties in 3 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Kasasa account at the People's Bank. Kasasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Kasasa Cash, Kasasa Cash Back, or Kasasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Have you injured yourself playing a
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the real trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
And Ashley Atkinson for Barren County. It's Jordy Goodman for Glasgow as Adam Clark will toss it up. And here we go. As you watch on live stream, we're opposite of the live stream. So on radio, we're left to right. Underneath, there's Atkinson, puts it up and in.
Well, that was as easy as it'll get.
Full court pressure by Barren County. As the ball comes to Goodman, sends it over to England on the right side. Sends it down the right side. There to Crane, and she stepped out of bounds or lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, she dropped it out of bounds. Riley was right there on top of her. She turned around and didn't reach in, just caused her a little pressure to commit their first turnover.
Mayla Burton with the basketball for the Trojanettes, who remain the #1 team in the 4th region this week. Atkinson on the left side, bounces out top. Bird fakes a 3, drives in, jumper 14-footer, rims no good. Rebound by Wilson, and she tried to go back up, and a foul called against the Lady-Scotties. It is on Jordy Goodman, and that is her first and the Lady-Scotties' first team foul of the basketball game, sending Riley Wilson to the free throw line. Only 6 of 22 from the charity stripe on the year. First one is up and good. She drilled it.
That wasn't a very loud whistle. I didn't even hear it.
I couldn't hear the whistle.
But glad they called it. She got a good offensive rebound and was clearly fouled in the putback action.
And knocks down 2 free throws from Matt London, Kentucky Farm Bureau free throws. 4-0 Trojanettes. They're in a full court press. It comes into Goodman. She's in a trap immediately, having trouble with it. A whistle or a foul. Going to be called against Barren County, and let's see who they're going to put it on. It's on.
And Ashley.
So that'll be her first and Barren County's first foul of the basketball game. 37 seconds in. The Trojanettes 4, Glasgow nothing. Ball comes into play to England. Going to drop back out of the press as England brings it across the timeline against Burton. England only an 8th grader out there. Ball gets tipped away. Loose ball picked back up, though, by Kirkpatrick. She drives to the hoop, puts it up, and in.
We overran it and didn't get back in a real sink on the defensive end.
4-2 the score. Bird with the basketball out front right side. Guarded by Kirkpatrick. Now sends it down the right side over to Burton. Burton fires it out to Slagle. Top of the key. High arching 3 in there.
As I said, they're trying to guard us man, but it didn't work too well to guard the zone when we played them over there.
Riley Diddle Group 3. A turnover by Glasgow. Slagle. Bounce pass. Underneath Bird. Puts it up and in.
Took it away, just slapped it away from him, and then set up a 2-on-1 break perfectly.
9-2 the score. They get it up court on the right side to Crane. Crane, just an 8th grader, so England's only an 8th grader. Young basketball team out there. Kirkpatrick's the junior. Here's England driving right side of the lane. No good. Ball tipped out. Kirkpatrick spots up. Shoots a high arching 3. Got it.
One of the things that they did well against us early in the year, they had half of their field goals were 3s.
9-5 the score. Here's a pass thrown away by Wilson. And running it down, going underneath, putting up the shot and in is Crane. And all of a sudden, Glasgow's come back within 2 at 9-7.
Well, you just throw it into no man's land and give them a 2-on-1 break to back-to-back field goals, give them a little light.
Shelby Bird left wing with it for the Trojanettes. Putting down a couple of dribbles, sends it across over to Burton for a 3. Bingo!
Rhythm. In rhythm.
And that's her 25th Riley Diddle Group 3-point shot of the year for the Trojanettes. 12-7. Underneath, they beat the pressure and put it up and in again. That's Crane.
Making our pressure look not very good.
12-9 the score. Burton in the front court with it for the Trojanettes. Angles off to the right side. Here's Slagle. Fakes the 3. Leaves in the corner. Burton out of the corner for a 3. No good. Rebound comes out as Bird with the basketball had it knocked loose. And they got a 3-on-none. It should have been a foul. Here's a layup that's good for Kirkpatrick.
Just knock her down. It's hard to get back and play defense.
12-11 the score. It's Slagle on the right side. Slagle working around Crane. Drives under. Throws it off at the baseline. Shot by Burton. Good.
We're really trying to cover up Shelby, so those two have done the majority of our scoring.
14-11. Barren County with a 3-point lead. We're 3 minutes into this first quarter. Crane with the basketball for Glasgow. Leaves it out there with Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick picks up her dribble. Goes. Ball gets knocked loose. Scramble for jump ball possession. We'll go to Glasgow as Hannah Bragg will enter the Trojanet lineup. 6'2 senior, averaging 4 points and 5.5 rebounds. And in for Glasgow, they made a change with Kennelly Stevens, a 5'5 freshman. Also coming in is Riley Strode, a 5'11 junior.
They've already got as many points as they had at the half when we played them at Trojan Gym. They had 11 after 2 periods of play.
Here's Reese England, fakes, moves in, 15-footer, got it.
A little bit of offense tonight.
Yep, 14-13, 1 point lead for the Trojanettes. Bird with the basketball, spins into the paint, goes up with a shot, it is no good. Rebound put back up, no good. Bragg throws it back up, no good. Crashing the board, and there's Atkinson out to Slagle for a three. Ran it down.
We were too close, so we had to kick it back out and make a three. That's kind of heartbreaking if you're Glasgow. We missed 3 point-blank opportunities, get 3 offensive rebounds, and then knock down our third three.
And then Riley Dental Group 3. That's 3 of them here in this quarter for the Trojanettes. 17-13, Barren County. Strode to the baseline, cut off by Bragg. Bounces in there. It's England throwing it up some way, and it went in.
That wasn't even looking at the basketball.
Just kind of flung it up there, and it went in. Slagle, hesitation move, throws up the floater, short. Bragg trying to grab the rebound.
Hang on.
And they reach in, and we're going to have a foul.
Yep. That's the right call. She was grabbed by the arm there.
And it's on a light foot. That's going to be her first and the team's second. Layla Harris checking into the Trojanet lineup, a 5'5 freshman, along with Addison McFall, a 5'4 senior. As Bird gets the ball out in the corner to Slagle, sends it to McFall, goes inside to Bird. Bird in the lane, throws up the shot, good. It's her second basket of the quarter. 19-15, Trojanettes lead it by 4 here with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Drop out of our press because it's not been very effective.
And Bird trying to go for the steal there, and a whistle. Going to have a timeout. Full timeout. Well, 3:24 to go. I'm not sure about that either.
Didn't have possession. Shelby actually swatted away when they went down the ground. They were still fighting for it, but they give Glasgow the timeout.
All right, 19-15 Trojanettes. We'll take a 30-second break. 30 seconds. This is Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Are you looking for high-quality, cost-effective, and highly visible advertising? At ATM Media Solutions, we offer large-scale marketing with ease. We have 4 LED billboard locations: Highland Pharmacy in Sonic, the intersection of 31E and Trojan Trail, Highway 90 East, Burkesville Road, and our newest location in front of Gondolier. Call 270-629-4542 to get a quote today. ATM Media Solutions. Advertise with ease.
19, Glasgow 15.
I've got them 7 of 7, and you know how great my stats are sometimes, but 7 of 7 to open the game, 15 points in a quarter. I don't know how many times they've scored 15 points in a half, but certainly not 15 points in a quarter. Our defense is going to have to pick it up, and they scored over top of our press several times. So it just doesn't look like we're playing with a ton of energy, but that's what happens sometimes when you're out of sync, playing these Monday games, going Monday, Friday, and all that different kind of scenario.
Right. Stevens guarded by McFall. Left side, Kirkpatrick gets a screen from Strode, dribbles off of it, throws it down inside to Strode. She puts it up and in.
That's a good catch, good play. 8 of 8 now.
19-17. 2-point lead for the Trojanettes. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Slagle with a basketball around the top of the key. Wants to drive into traffic. Throws it over to Harris. Out to Bird. Now Bird on the move. Will go right side. It's Harris for 3. Got it.
That's a 4-3 tonight. Layla didn't get to play in the Campbellsville game, but comes right in and knocks down a 3.
They go inside to Strode, and she puts it up. She missed it. Rebound off to Harris for the Trojanettes.
First miss.
Harris into the front court. Harris gets through the basketball to Shelby Bird. Kirkpatrick trying to put the pressure on her, and a foul here on Kirkpatrick. Hand checking out there, her first, team's third of the quarter. Lightfoot checking out for Glasgow. Crane back in. 22-17, Trojanettes. Here's Bird, throws it in the backcourt to Harris. Harris on the move, works against England out there. Bounce pass off the left side to Slagle. Slagle gives it to Bird on the left wing. Now Bird putting down a couple of dribbles. And now needs some help, throws it straight away back over to McFall. McFall trying to penetrate, can't go. Goes back left side over to Harris. Harris sends it out top to Slagle. Thought about the 3 as Stevens comes out to defend her. Here's Bragg with a 3-point shot that's no good. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. It's going to be off of McFall, they say.
Our first missed 3.
Jordy Goodman back in the Lady-Scottie lineup for Kayla Kirkpatrick. with 1:59 to go here in the first quarter. Barren County 22, Glasgow 17. Working with it out front is Stevens. Reverses back to the left side. Gives it off to Crane. Crane screened there by Goodman, and Bird tried to go with a steal there. Almost dribbled it in the backcourt area. And she's trying to take it to the right corner. She was pushing up, but no call there. As it comes back out to Stevens. Gives to England. Fires it off the left side to Crane. Now Crane trying to penetrate. Spin move. Goes up. It's blocked and taken by McFall. McFall ahead up the right side as Bird goes into the lane, goes under, had it smacked loose, and a foul on Goodman.
Foul on Lady-Scotties, number 15.
That's 2 on Jordy Goodman, 4 on the Lady-Scotties. And that sends Shelby Bird to the free throw line, a 75% shooter on the year. A couple of field goals, free throw is missed.
It's been an extremely long first quarter, it feels like, but a lot of scoring going on both ways. And one of the things I think Glasgow is doing, I've never seen them run so many half-court sets. One of the notes I wrote down after watching some of their games preparing for the first time is they didn't run a whole lot of stuff in the half-court. Tonight, quite the opposite.
Yeah. Shelby Bird hits 1 of 2. She's going to check out with 1:23 to go, and it's 23-17 as Atkinson is back in the game. Got Atkinson, Bragg, McFall, Harris, and Burton on the court right now for the Trojanettes. They get rid of it to Stevens. Stevens comes off the screen left, leaves it off with Kirkpatrick, curls around in the lane, throws it to Crane, goes up the baseline, goes inside to Strode, and she puts it up and in and draws a foul.
Give it to Hannah.
That's her first, team second. No, right now Strode at the line, 16 of 35 on the year, 45.7%. And she can cut the Trojanette lead to 3 here with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. The shot is on the way, and it's good. Glasgow hitting everything they throw up. 23-20 to score. Atkinson, crossover dribble, back and forth, right side, goes left with it, back to the right, drives down the lane, dishes it inside there to Carly Hagan, has it knocked away. As Hagan just checked in a 5'7" junior, and that should have been a travel right there and no call. Out it comes to Kirkpatrick, long range 3, no good. Rebound tapped out, Burton grabs it for the Trojanettes. 42 seconds to go in the quarter. Right side McFall. McFall throws it back to Burton, fakes the 3, drives it right down the lane, puts it up, it is no good, but a foul on the Lady-Scotties. It's on 35. That'll be Strode, her first, team's 5th.
These sometimes aren't the softest and kindest rims. That was put up a little too hard and then get a roll for a 3-point opportunity.
Burton, free throw good. Gives her 6 points here in the quarter. 25 of 34 from the foul line of the year for 74.5%. One more Matt London KFB free throw coming for Mahala Burton. 24-20 Trojanettes. It's in the air, and it's good. 25-20 Trojanettes. 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look, see how many times Glasgow has scored 20 points in a quarter, in the first quarter especially.
I would say 0.
As Glasgow goes inside to Strode, a travel violation called against Lightfoot. That gives it back to the Trojanettes with 18.6.
And I could say that probably rather confidently when you look at their scores and how many points they average. Just averaging 48 points a game. I would say they've hardly ever, if ever, scored 20 in a quarter. They only scored 26 in the first game against us, and they've
already got 20 of this with first quarter. Burton with the basketball, pressure to backcourt by Crane, gets it across the line to Slagle. Slagle trying to make a move on England. Leaves it out there. Bird, top of the key, 3, no good. Tapped. Atkinson trying to go back up, a foul with 3.2.
Good job, Ann Ashley, tapping it to herself.
And it's on Stevens, her first personal. Atkinson, 52% from the line of the year, 12 of 23. Barren County 5 of 6, and make it 6 of 7 as Atkinson connects on that free throw toss.
To further that point about their scores, they've only scored 60 points one time all year long.
Yeah. Atkinson makes both. 27-20 Trojanettes, 3 seconds to play. Throw a desperation throw down the court. That will end the first quarter. So after one, it is Barren County 27, Glasgow 20. We'll return with the second quarter after this 1 minute timeout. This is Trojanette basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
The second quarter is brought to you by CRS Construction. Barren County basketball, Slagle with it. Working around to the right side, gives it off to Bird. Bird penetrates into the key, gives it back to Slagle. Another high-arching three, no good this time. And the rebound's tapped over to Crane. Glasgow has it coming the other way. Here's Lightfoot into the front court. Lightfoot sends it right side. England with the basketball. England out of the right wing, wanting to drive against Burton, and then the ball went away and strode down on the floor trying to get rid of it. Taken away from her by Atkinson. A lot of scrambling going on out there. There's Burton with it in front court. Right side it goes to Slagle. Slagle fires it back out. It's Atkinson with the basketball around the top of the key. Bounce pass right side. Burton into the corner. Slagle. Slagle right hand side trying to dribble away. Sends it back out front now to Carly Hagan. Hagan now bounces it back out to Burton. Burton will set things up once again for the Trojanettes. 27-20. Barren County with a 7-point lead.
Somebody's got a huge mismatch. Just get her the ball. Get her the ball.
Yeah, Bird is posted down low. They go into the corner to Atkinson. Atkinson covered up by Kirkpatrick. Trying to go baseline. She's cut off. Hooks it way back out. Throws it away. England chases it down. Goes in for the shot. It's blocked by Burton, but she stepped on the baseline.
We got a huge mismatch. Shelby can't even get the ball. She's on Crane down there at 5'5" and several inches. Had her posted up. We just kept throwing it away from her.
Comes in the corner to Strode. Ball slapped away, but England there to retrieve it. Burton almost came up with a steal. They go into Strode. She walked.
Yep, good call.
Went into a double team as Hagan and Bird came in to defend, and Strode shuffled her feet. Barren County's basketball, 6:39 to go, first half.
Glasgow shoots 33% for the year on field goals. They shot 75 in the first quarter.
Wow.
So the good news is that's about the best they can play. So now we just got to play from here.
Bird for three. No good. And we got Atkinson over the back.
And that was completely caused by the last offensive rebound she actually won, because their coach sat there and lobbied in the official's ear for her being over the back, and they got that call that time.
So we got Hannah Bragg back in the Trojanette lineup along with Addison McFall to join Shelby Bird, Addie Slagle, and Mahala Burton. It's Kirkpatrick with the ball. Bird trying to stay with her. Kirkpatrick spinning right of the lane, going up, blocked by Bragg, out of bounds, went off of Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, she knocked it down on top of her. Good defense by Hannah. That's at least a couple blocks she has tonight. I think 3 if I'm remembering all of them.
Burton sends it up left side. Slagle crossover move, curls back out, gives it to Burton. 3 on the wing. Yes!
Number 5 for the night.
5th Riley, Dental Group 3 for Barren County. Now the lead is 10. Here's Crane driving to the baseline, throws it back out. Kirkpatrick, left wing 3, good.
That was a design play where she ran the baseline and kicked it back out.
30-23. Intended for Bragg. They threw it over her head. She was breaking to the other way, and not sure about that one. That was... So Glasgow's basketball, 5:43 to go in the first half. 30-23. And it's Lightfoot with the basketball for the Lady-Scotties. Crosses into the front court against Slagle. Goes right side with it to Kirkpatrick. Goes the other way, drives in, throws it up and got it. Kirkpatrick now with 12 points in the first half. She only averages 9.5. 30-25. Burton with it out front for Barren County. McFall for a three, no good. Rebound, Slagle back up, no good. Bragg back up, and a foul.
Foul on the Lady-Scotties. Number 35, Ronnie.
Strode picks up her second personal. That's the first on Glasgow in the second quarter. Hannah Bragg at the line, 19 of 34 on the year for 56%, averaging 4 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. 6'2 senior, first one is good. Barren County is 8 of 9 from the free throw line here in the first half. 31-25 the score. Trojanettes with 5:10 to go in the first half. Bragg back of the line, one more shot. It's on the way, and it rims good.
Norris just checked in from them. She started the game at Barren County.
Yeah, I don't know why she didn't start tonight. As Stevens with the basketball, bounces it off left side. Kirkpatrick fakes, want to drive against Harris, who's putting the pressure on her. Now it's knocked away, taken away by Burton. Good defense. Here comes Slagle in the front court. Slagle pulls up, thought about the three, now curls out to the corner, throws it out to Bird. Bird can't shoot the three. Out top, Harris for three, bottom.
She caused the turnover, her and Mahala, and then she gets rewarded with a three from the top of the key.
How about two of them for Layla Harris tonight? Coming off the bench, the freshman. 10-point lead, 35-25. Norris gives it off to Lightfoot. Lightfoot against Slagle. Wants to drive, whistle, and a foul.
Little overzealous.
Yep. That'll be the first foul on Addie Slagle. Second foul on the Trojanettes here in the quarter. As Glasgow gets Reese England back in the game. With 4:27 to play here in the first half, 35-25 Trojanet lead. All of our instant replays tonight brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. As Crane's having some trouble here, finally gets it in the corner. It's knocked away by Harris and out of bounds. Crane, left baseline toward the corner. Gets it in play to England. England splits the defenders, throws it up, and then missed the shot. Rebound, Hannah Bragg. Off it goes to Bird. Sends it down to Slagle. Slagle driving under, got around her defender, missed the shot, and it falls into the hands of Stevens, coming the other way for Glasgow.
England knocked her off course just enough so she couldn't get it in.
Now reversing it back to the left side, gives it to England, fakes one way, goes the other. Guarded by Harris. England fires about a long three, drains it.
Hitting everything, and that wasn't bad defense, but they are playing about as well as they can possibly play.
And England has made a lot of threes this year. That's number 48 of the season for Reese England. And it's 35-28. Harris, another three-point attempt. Write it down. Yes.
How about that?
3 threes for Layla Harris.
What a performance off the bench early for the freshman.
38-28. Trojanettes with a 10-point lead. Lightfoot with it out front. Going the other way, drives against Slagle. She may have walked, and here's Norris. Gives it off at the baseline to Stevens, back out to England. England working out there against Burton. Crane comes over to set it, screen. Ball gets away and is saved underneath as Norris has a shot rejected by Bragg. Coming up with it is Harris. Harris sends it down the floor. Bird gets fouled, and it'll be on Lightfoot, her second, team second.
Block number 4 for number 4.
And Kirkpatrick checks back in the Glasgow lineup for Lightfoot. 3:08 to play here in the first half. Trojanettes up by 10, 38-28. Burton top of the key, feeds it inside to Bragg. Bragg turns, gets double teamed, throws it back out to Slagle. Slagle on the move, throws it way back out to Bird. Now Shelby Bird with the basketball out between the circles here. Leaves it with over to Harris. Harris going to drive, gets cut off. Whistle, travel. Thought she got fouled before the travel. Anyway, it's Glasgow's basketball. 2:49 to go in the first half. A 10-point Barren County lead at 38-28.
Completely gone away from the press, so we're going to have to do something different defensively to kind of mix it up. Just throwing our old man-to-man at him right now.
Yeah, it's Crane with it, defended by Harris. Leaves it out there with Stevens. Stevens is stolen away by Slagle. Slagle racing to the bucket, puts it up. It is good, and counted on a foul.
Good job, Maddie. Just took it away from her and took it coast to coast.
Foul is on Crane. Her first, team's third. Addie Slagle, 78% foul shooter, 25 of 32 on the year. Riley Wilson checks back into the Trojanette lineup for Hannah Bragg. Lead is now 12 for the Trojanettes at 40-28.
Yeah, great job from Hannah off the bench there. Multiple blocks, really affecting what Glasgow's doing around the rim.
Slagle got it. She's got 9. 41-28. Trojanettes by 13. 2:24 to go before the break. Kirkpatrick with a basketball. They try to set a screen, gets away, leaves in the corner. Here's a three by Stevens, no good. And it looked like somebody was over the back of Harris there.
Smacked her in the back of the head.
Yep, and ball out of bounds off of Glasgow. Trojanettes will have it.
They're going to call in Ashley for her second foul like that. We need it the other way, too.
That's true. As it comes in, it's Slagle working against Crane. She wants to drive, cut off. Throws it back out to Bird. Bird sends it out to Burton. Burton gives it to Slagle, top of the key. Back to Bird on the right side. Now Bird will go to Slagle. Another long distance three, short. It goes underneath to Wilson, but she threw it away right in the hands of England. England down the right side with it. Hesitation move in the corner to Kirkpatrick. And here's a shot going up, no good, but we've got a foul on the Trojanettes. And this one will be charged to Slagle, her second. I didn't see that one because my view was blocked.
Yeah, I can watch the replay, though. And I guarantee I'll disagree with it.
And Kirkpatrick misses the free throw. She shoots 64% from the line of the season so far. Addison McFall comes in for Addie Slagle. Will have to sit with 2 fouls. Atkinson also has 2. Minute 44 to go in a half. Here's the shot from Kirkpatrick. It's good. 41-29, Trojanettes. Minute 43 to go here in the first half. Here's Addison McFall with it for the Trojanettes. Gives it out to Harris. Harris sends it right side to Burton. Now Burton looking inside. Back out top to Shelby Bird. Back over to Harris. Harris can't penetrate. Leaves it back behind her with Burton. Burton back out top near midcourt. Left side it goes to Bird. Shelby Bird trying to make a move. Gives it off to McFall. McFall gets cut off in a corner. Throws it way back out to Harris. Harris now leaves it with Burton. A minute 13 to go in a half. Burton trying to make a move. Down the lane. Puts it up and caught it. Counted and a foul.
How about that? Super patience from the Trojanettes and was able to spread the floor enough. We get a lane to the bucket and 2 drives from our guards and back-to-back possessions get us and 1 opportunities.
12 points for Mahala Burton here in this first half. Averages 7.5 points a game.
Shelby's got 5, but our offense is more than just Shelby.
Yeah.
She's a huge part of it, but Burton and Slagle have been terrific.
Right.
And you had a little bit of bench production from Harris. We've been really good offensively.
Yeah, Glasgow's only scored 9 this quarter. There's a shot, and we got a blocking foul on Layla Harris.
Foul on Trojanette, number 10, Harris.
Leading with an arm there. She took a couple charges, I think, in the JV freshman game last night.
Crane to the line, 2.
2 shots for Jayla Crane. 49% foul shooter. She's 23 of 47 on the year. Couple of field goals for the 8th grader back in the first period of play. Shot is on the way, and it is no good.
I'll say this, too. I know we've given up 30 points almost to Glasgow and a half, but I don't remember the last time we scored 44 and a half either.
It's been a while.
Not much defense either way, but we're still keeping up with them offensively.
Second shot is on the way, and it's no good. Riley Wilson with a rebound. Gets her the basketball to Harris. Harris brings it in front court. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Harris picks up her dribble, covered up by Kirkpatrick. Here's Shelby Bird trying to work against England. Got away from her. Drives it into the lane. Had it knocked loose. It's still loose. Scramble forward. Jump ball. Possession to Glasgow with 41.8.
A little bit of a reach.
Yes.
That ticky-tack foul on Slagle down there. It's definitely a foul, but Shelby's got to play through it, not get frustrated with it. I know she hasn't had the production she had in the first game against Glasgow, but she has teammates, and they've done a super job picking her up. She's just got to keep playing through it and play that excellent defense. We know she can.
41.8 to go. Glasgow's basketball, and Lightfoot gets it in play. It's Stevens. Stevens gets it into the front court now against McFall. Now wants to drive it down the lane in traffic. A whistle and a block.
That's hard. That's a hard call, too. They're going to call that on Riley Wilson, but Riley Wilson was standing there, and the offense actually created the contact.
And let's see, Kenley Stevens, a 5'5" freshman at the line. The shot goes up, and it's good. 44-30. 33 seconds to go here in the second quarter. One more for Kenley Stevens. It's on the way, and it is no good. Rebound comes off to Burton. Loops it up left side over to Harris. Now Harris on the dribble, fires it back over to Burton. Burton out to McFall, can't shoot. Down to 20 seconds to go. Here's Bird left of the lane, dribbles it back up, gives to McFall. Right side it goes to Burton. Now Burton sends it to Harris. Dropped it, but goes in the lane and has it stolen away. Down to 9 seconds to go. Kirkpatrick on the move. Bounce pass off to Stevens. Fakes, trying to get around Wilson. Goes underneath to Norris, and she puts it up and in. And that will end the half. And Barren County 44, Glasgow 32 at halftime. We'll come back with our SCRTC halftime report and take a look at the McDonald's halftime stats after we take this 2-minute break. This is Trojanette basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Go.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Scotty Jim, Jay Turner along with Robert Bauer. The Trojanettes lead 44-32 here at halftime over the Lady-Scotties of Glasgow. Trojanettes jumped out to a 27-20 lead at the end of the first quarter as Glasgow threw up and hit about everything they threw up. And in the second quarter, it was a 17-12 difference with the Trojanettes outscoring the Lady-Scotties by 5. That's where we're at right now, 44-32. Our scores, we take a look at our SCRTC halftime report and a McDonald's halftime stats. First for Glasgow, they had 13 field goals in the first half. 3 of those were three-pointers. They were 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Kayla Kirkpatrick with 13 points to lead Glasgow in scoring. She had 5 baskets. 2 of those were three-pointers. 7 for Reese England, a three-pointer, and 2 two-point baskets. 5 for Riley Strode, a couple of field goals, and 1 for 1 from the foul line. Jayla Crane, a couple of field goals, 0 for 2 from the foul line for 4. Addison Norris scored the last bucket for the Lady-Scotties right before halftime. 1 point for Kenley Stevens. And, of course, Kylie Green not playing tonight, the second leading scorer on the team, out with a foot injury. But Glasgow has been making shots galore here in this first half. Trojanettes with the same number of field goals, 13, but 7 of those are three-pointers. And Barren County at the foul line, shooting quite well. That's a big difference right there. 11 of 12 from the foul line for the Trojanettes to 3 of 7 for Glasgow. That's a difference of 8 points coming from the free throw line. And Mahala Burton leading the way for Barren County with 13 points in the first half. She had 4 baskets, 2 of those were threes, and she was 3 for 3 from the foul line. 9 points for Addie Swiggle. She had a couple of threes, a 2-point basket, and 1 free throw. Also, Layla Harris with 9 points on 3 threes there in the first half. Shelby Bird only with 5 points in the first half. She made those in the first quarter. A couple of field goals, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And Ashley Atkinson with a field goal and 2 free throws for 4. A couple of free throws apiece from Riley Wilson and Hannah Bragg. Addison McFall and Carly Hagan saw action but did not score in the first half. But Glasgow, percentage-wise from the field, probably one of their best shooting performances of the season so far.
Without a doubt. They were 62% in the half. They 75 in the first quarter, but cooled down a little bit in the second, so 44. You can't give up 62%. You hang your hat on defense, and we are where we are. We're 17-2 primarily because of our defense. Our offense isn't bad, but our defense is the best around. And when you follow up a performance, just giving up 26 to them in the whole game and holding them to 19% from the field, 8 field goals total. You give them 13 and a half. That's just completely the opposite of the way the game played out in Trojan Gym over there. I think they're doing some things differently. They're trying to speed up the game. The Crane girl's been really good on Shelby. Shelby just, as you said, has 5. So they're trying to pace the game. They're trying to make it an up and down affair. And fortunately for them, they're hitting just about everything they can. So I said they couldn't play better than they did in the first quarter, and I don't think they played better than they did in the second quarter. So we have to continue to really do what we need to do, continue to kind of hold strong, but we have to find something defensively. If it's not going to be that press, what can we do to get them uncomfortable, to get their ball handlers in a situation where they turn it over? So for us, we were 13 of 25, 52%, 7 of our 13 makes from behind the arc, so 7 of 13 from 3 for 54%. I thought we looked a little too much to shoot the 3. And really got stagnant around the perimeter. And when we didn't look inside, I know Shelby was posted up one time. I know Hannah was posted up one time where we had major mismatches. We've got to diversify our offense a little bit. So not bad offensively, clearly, but you give up 62% to them, as I just said, 13 of 21 and 3 of 4 from behind the arc. Turned it over 8 times, a little too much for us, uncharacteristic, a little high. We actually turned it over more than Glasgow did, 8 for us and 7 for them. So you're not forcing turnovers, you're not scoring those easy buckets. All those things are why they've been able to be successful on both ends of the floor. We did out-rebound them by a ton, 15 to 5, 7 offensive boards. Didn't give them but 1 offensive board for the whole half. So not bad. You can't fault how we played. I thought Burton and Slagle played super. Obviously, I said it earlier, Layla came in, gave us 3 threes off the bench, and her defense was great again in that half. So a lot of kids played, and everybody contributed in some manner. We've got to find a way to keep them off the scoreboard. But still, when you say all those things, they shoot 62% from the half. We're giving up a ton of points. We're still up 12. Yeah. And the game has never felt like it's close, just to be honest with you. So we'll see if we can stretch it out here in the second half and notch our 18th victory before we maybe are snowed in for a week.
Yeah, because 4 games on the schedule for next week, and those are, I don't know, especially Monday, Tuesday for sure. Allen County, Scottsville Monday, Greenwood at home Tuesday, supposed to be senior night Tuesday night. Then we go to Warren East next Friday night, Monroe County at home on next Saturday. So
yeah, we'll figure it all out.
We'll see how it goes. Yep. There's 2 games that will have to be made up, Allen County and Warren East, for the district games. Greenwood Monroe don't have to be made up, but you'd like to get them in if you can.
Yeah, and in some ways it may be good. We may need a rest more than we need to play all those games.
But more than likely, we're going to be off a few days, that's for sure. Come back with the second half. This has been the SCRTC Halftime Report. Our third quarter coming up, brought to you by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Back in 2 minutes. This is Trojanet Basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
From SCRTC.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Kasasa account at the People's Bank. Kasasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Kasasa Cash, Kasasa Cash Back, or Kasasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Have you enjoyed services?
Later, the Glasgow Lady-Scotties, Barren County Trojanettes. Trojanettes up 12 here at the break, 44-32. Got the guys later tonight after the Hall of Fame inductions here at Glasgow High School.
Hopefully we have a full team. I know we're dealing with a ton of illness. I think Kate asked Coach Gardner if he had any eligibility left. We were so far down with who we were playing.
Wow.
But hopefully everybody's better, and we'll
do the
see
best
what
you
we
can.
do.
Yeah. Trojanettes with the basketball to start the third quarter. Here's Bird on the left side over to Atkinson. Atkinson getting a lot of pressure from Crane out there. Wilson goes right side with it over to Burton. Burton brings it over to the middle. Now we'll go left side over to Atkinson, looking for somebody to break. Comes out to Slagle and back out to Bird. Shelby Bird trying to make a move at her defender. Throws it back left side to Slagle. Slagle out top. Burton straight away three. Banked it in.
Well, however it goes in.
As long as it goes in.
8-3 the night.
And it's 47-32. Trojanettes 15-point lead. That's been the largest of the ball game so far. 7:14 to go as England, a little bad pass. Here goes Slagle racing to the basket, being chased down by Crane. Puts it up and in, a foul.
Some of those breakaways we need to start thinking about as play a game opportunities. You steal it, take it away, and then go coast to coast and get an and one. I'd say that's pretty good injection of energy as we start out.
Yeah.
5 straight points could make it 6 here at the line.
And Slagle, 11 points on the night. Free throw on the way, good. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Now 50-32. Barren County has scored the first 6 of this third quarter. Lightfoot with it on the right side. Wants to drive around Slagle. Goes underneath, and a whistle. She double dribbled.
Back-to-back turnovers. No help side. We really got lucky because we were forcing her baseline. We were forcing her into what should have been some help there, but nobody was there, and she just mishandled the ball.
Burton brings it up for the Trojanettes. 6:50 to go, third quarter, 50-32. Barren County, right side is Slagle, bluffs the three, getting the screen from Wilson, throws it down inside to Wilson. She puts it up and in.
It's a nice assist from number 11 down to 32 there. Threw it up in a perfect spot for Riley to catch it and score it. And great 8 straight. Haven't even played a minute.
30-second timeout call by Glasgow. 20-point lead now. Yep, 8 straight for Barren County. Had a 3 from Mahala Burton, a 3-point play from Addie Slagle. Now the 2-point basket from Riley Wilson.
Well, that's how it goes from 12 to 20 real quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get everybody involved. You don't rely on the 3. You get it in multiple facets. You get the banked-in 3 to start. You get a steal and an and-one opportunity, and then you just run a nice little set that you haven't seen very much this year. We haven't run a pick-and-roll type opportunity very much, but we did get into the paint and scored it there. So scoring at all levels.
And we're going to look at a 1-2-2 or 1-2-1-1, I should say. And they'll drop back.
So did Diamond, but then they just drop back.
Yeah. Birds meeting Kirkpatrick, got away from her. Bounce pass down inside. It was taken by Slagle. She was down on the floor, and they grabbed her from behind.
How's that a jump ball when
I don't know.
To jump on top of her?
Yeah, almost like a tackle in football. And Glasgow will get the ball underneath, as Kirkpatrick will put the ball in play for the Lady-Scotties. And throw it away right into the Glasgow bench.
Going for Goodman, but Goodman was covered up there by Wilson. You end up with a turnover either way there. They're going to press now. It looks like a man press.
As Bird looks to inbound, comes inbounds to Slagle, races up court with it. Slagle driving, bounce pass baseline Wilson, out to Bird. Now Bird goes back to Slagle, right wing 3, short, misses everything. Saved inbounds by Burton. Atkinson out top, Bird for 3, it's short off the right side of the rim. But Slagle gets the offensive board, throws it back across to Burton in the corner. Here's Atkinson for 3, yes!
All right, good job. Another execution off an offensive rebound.
It's England firing up a long one. It's short off the left side of the rim. And rebound out of bounds. It goes back to Glasgow underneath. And now it's 55-32 Trojanettes. They're on a 11-0 run in the first 2 minutes of this third quarter.
Mixing a little offense with some great defense.
Kirkpatrick having trouble. Gets the ball in play to Strode, who just checked back in. Works inside against Wilson, and Wilson's going to be called for the foul.
Brought her arm down, didn't she?
Yep. That'll be her second personal. First foul on Barren County here in the third. Riley Strode, 5 points in the first quarter. Coming off the bench, 5'11" junior for the Lady-Scotties. The free throw is no good. They were 3 of 7 from the stripe in the first half.
You mentioned they're not a good free throw shooting team, are they?
Only 54% as a team. Second one rims out, and the ball gets loose and picked up by Burton. Atkinson feeds it. Bird, floater, rims good.
Good job.
Shelby Bird, her first 2 points since the first quarter. She's got 7. Now the lead is stretched to 25. It's 57-32. Crane in a trap, trying to dribble out of it, and trying to come up with it was Slagle. couldn't retrieve it there. Gives it to Strode. Strode back over the right corner. It's England. Couple of dribbles for 3, no good. Rebound Riley Wilson. Fires it down to Bird. Bird top of the key. Left side Burton for 3, no good. Rebound is going to be taken in there by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick speeding down the floor, left side turns, fires it inside there to Strode, and she lays it up and in. First 2 of the second half for Glasgow at the 4:55 mark of the third quarter. Here's Burton with the basketball, 57-34 Trojanettes. Bird right wing, looking. Now goes to the corner. Atkinson pulls the trigger. No good for 3. Got her on a rebound. And tried to go, I don't know if she tried to go back up or not. The official was in my way, but a foul is called against the Lady-Scotties. It'll be on number 11. That's Crane, her third. And it will be 2 shots for Ann Ashley Atkinson. Made a pair back in the first quarter and a 3-pointer in the game as well. 7 points on the night for the 5'10" senior. At the line for 2 shots. The first one is up and it rims good. Lightfoot returns to the Glasgow lineup for Crane, who is going to sit with those 3 fouls at 4:38 to go here in the third quarter. Second shot for Atkinson, also good. And it's 59-34.
Go little zone here.
Kirkpatrick fires it over now to Lightfoot. She's in a trap. And whistle, timeout, Glasgow.
Timeout because she was trapped and covered up. We'll go full timeout.
4:28 to go, third quarter. It's Barren County 59, Glasgow 34. We'll take a 30-second break here on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Extreme
34, Trojanettes lead it by 25. Barren County has scored 15 points here in this third quarter to only 2 for Glasgow. And it's Lady-Scotties basketball as Kirkpatrick will toss it in. Gets it out to Reese England.
Come on, Mahalia. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
Yeah, there's only one, or actually 2 seniors on this basketball team. Glasgow loses it out of bounds. Got Addison Norris, who doesn't play a whole lot, even though she has started in some games. Hannah Jolly's the other senior who plays sparingly. And they got a young team. Reese England, only an 8th grader, guarding Mahala Burton out there. Gives it right side over to Bird. Kirkpatrick putting the pressure on her, drives. Now goes inside, misses the shot, try to get her on rebound, back up, and then in there, and a foul.
That's determination right there.
Yeah.
Just head to the rim and probably get fouled the first time, but find a way to climb over top of them and get the offensive board and the putback.
Kirkpatrick, her second personal, number 3. Here's Bird's free throw, good.
You know they're young when they can play pretty much their whole team in the freshman game and then play them again in the varsity game.
Right. You got Crane and England, all 8th graders. Lightfoot is a freshman. Stevens is a freshman. Here's Kirkpatrick going to fire up a 3-point attempt. It is no good. Battle for the rebound and taken by Shelby Bird. Gets rid of the basketball to Slagle. Up court it goes to Atkinson. She drives the basket, puts it up and in.
Took a little contact from Strode, but was still able to make it.
And it's 64-34. Now a 30-point lead for the Trojanettes with 3.5 minutes to go still in this third quarter.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah. How about 20 points in the first 4 minutes for Barren County to only 2 for Glasgow. A 20-2 run by the Trojanettes. And here's Lightfoot. Going to have a reach-around foul on Shelby Bird. That's her first personal, number 2 on Barren County. As Slagle checks out and Addison McFall in. Slagle's had a good game so far, 12 points on the night. Good defense, too. 64-34. Kirkpatrick having trouble. Stolen away by Atkinson. Atkinson floats it up. It's Mahala Burton driving under. Got bumped underneath there by Kirkpatrick. And that will be Kirkpatrick's third personal foul. 4 on Glasgow here in this quarter. Mahala Burton at the line. 16 points tonight for Mahala Burton. 3 threes, couple of 2s.
Did a good job initiating the contact. That's the way they teach the layups now, is to take a step into the defender so you can then create a little space to still score it. The ball got knocked away as she tried to get that contact though.
17 now for Burton on Matt London, Kentucky Farm Bureau free throws. 4 for 4 at the line. 5 for 5 as she connects. Now she has 18. And it's 66-34.
Looking for a running clock now, aren't we?
Yeah. Comes to Kirkpatrick. Feeds it off to Stevens. Going up the baseline is Crane. She's cut off. Now back out. And a whistle. What do we got? Travel on Crane.
So we forced him into 7 turnovers in the first half. 6 turnovers in this quarter as we picked up the defense by quite a large margin.
Yeah.
Only giving up 2 points.
Here's Atkinson with the basketball. Atkinson out top of the key. Right side it goes to Hannah Bragg. Out top, McFall fires the 3. It's no good. Bird in the lane, puts it up and in. About 8 feet away. 68-34. Trojanettes have now doubled it up on Glasgow here with 2:38 to go in the third quarter. 1 more point to be a running clock. Down to 2.5 minutes to play. And it comes out to Crane. Sends it over the left side. Kirkpatrick bounces to Crane to the corner. And a whistle, foul.
You hear Brent over there, don't reach. We got him in a great trap, but you put your arms down and try to knock the ball away instead of using your length to your advantage.
Layla Harris checking back to the Trojanet lineup for Ann Ashley Atkinson, who is the first Trojanet to pick up 3 fouls. And it is Glasgow's basketball. So we got Bird, Harris, Bragg, Burton, and McFall to the court right now for the Trojanettes. Here's Goodman, right side corner, Norris. Fires it way back out to Kirkpatrick, fires it down low, and they go into Crane, circles around into the lane. She walked, no call. Goodman, right side baseline shot for Norris, bounces off. Bragg with a rebound, threw it into the hands of Bird, into a crowd there. Now the Trojanettes keep it. Here's Burton driving to the bucket, goes under, puts it up, missed the shot. Comes right back to Burton, right side. Here's Harris with it. Harris will send it back out to Burton. Dumps it down in there to Bragg. Throws it back out to Burton. 3 if it goes. No good. Rebound Bragg, and they're going to call her for over the back. Not sure about that one either.
You let the ball. All she needs to do is let the ball come to her. She's got a huge size advantage over Norris there at 5'7". She's got a half a foot almost.
Yeah. So now we got a couple of changes here. Addie Slagle was back in the game. And Alexis Cannon in for the first time tonight. 5'7" sophomore for Coach Piper Lindsay. Here's Kirkpatrick with a basketball. Floats it down in the corner to Norris. Double team, gives it to Goodman. Back out to Kirkpatrick. Right side of Stevens in the corner. Here's Crane going up the baseline. Floater over the rim. Taken down in there by Cannon. And a jump ball possession goes to Barren County as Goodman reached in and tied it up on Alexis Cannon.
Showing some 1-3-1 we are on defense now, and they're picking up full court man, but not a whole lot of pressure showed by their press.
Yeah, Slagle with the basketball in the front court against Stevens. Wants to drive on her. Takes it down the lane, puts it up, and it comes off. Trying to crash the board was Bragg, and it's knocked out of bounds.
A little too late to grab it.
Glasgow's basketball, 1:14 to go here in the third.
Still just 1 field goal. And that's been about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. Stevens into the left corner, Norris. They give it in there and it's knocked away, and going down to the floor is McFall with Goodman. Jump ball possession arrow to Glasgow with 1 minute to go here in the third period. Goodman will toss it in left side of the bucket for Glasgow. Out to Kirkpatrick, spots up 3, got it. You can't leave her open because she can drain it. That's number 24 of 3-point shots she's made this year. And what happened over there? I'm not sure what happened on that. I was looking down.
She stepped out of bounds, but she didn't step out of bounds on her own. She just didn't run that way. I think she was bumped out.
Comes to Kirkpatrick, gives it to Stevens to the right side. Stevens guarded by Cannon. Still on the dribble. Goes right side of Kirkpatrick, right wing. 40 seconds to go in the third. As Kirkpatrick needs some help. Has to get rid of it. Out to Crane. Now Crane trying to stay with Harris, trying to stay with her, and the shot's blocked in there by Harris, by Bragg, and taken. Slagle has it for the Trojanettes. Pulls up, shoots the 3. Kaboom!
Block number 5 leads to 3. Number 9. Or make it 8. No, it is 10. It's 10.
Yeah, it is 10.
Sorry, I can't count. You know that.
10 seconds.
Numbers.
71-37. Crane to the right corner for Glasgow. Gives to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick trying to shoot the 3. Can't. Goodman fires up a 3. No good at the horn. That ends the third quarter, and a big third quarter
big time
for the Trojanettes. They scored 27, and Glasgow scores 5. So we're after 3. It's a Trojanettes 71, Lady-Scotties 37. 1 minute break on 104.7 WCLU Sports.
Health Club and Extreme Fitness for Women, both with 24-hour access. And Extreme Blend Smoothie Bar to help you refuel and recover. Over 8,000 square feet of weights in Extreme Health Club, and ladies only at Extreme Fitness for Women, including tanning beds, both with access to saunas, infrared saunas, and the 90-degree saline therapy pool. You'll love the wide variety of classes with experienced instructors. Personal training is available and with the best in the business. Call or stop by today and see what everybody's talking about.
Here at Scotty Gym for this girls basketball 15th district game. Trojanettes 71, Lady-Scotties 37. They outscored the Lady-Scotties 27-5 in that third period. Here's Bragg on the right wing, floats it out top now to Slagle. Slagle trying to make a move to the left side, shovels it off to McFall. McFall throws up a floater. It is no good. Rebound Stevens for the Lady-Scotties. Sends it down the floor. Right side, it's England. Fakes a three. Out to Lightfoot. 1 point away from a running clock. Been close 2 or 3 times there. Just can't get over the mark. Lightfoot drives against McFall. Stops. Throws it out in the lane there to Norris. Norris goes back to Lightfoot. Shovels it back in there to Norris. Bounce pass back to Lightfoot. Now out to England. England being defended by Addie Slagle, trying to come off the screen there. Gives it back to Lightfoot. Slagle slides off on her. That gives it right back to England. Got McFall guarding her now. Bounce pass in there is going to be taken away by McFall. Kind of dug it out of there, and then it's slapped away out of bounds by Glasgow with 7:03 to go here in the basketball game. Trojanettes 71, Glasgow 37.
Already got 7 turnovers this half. Matches what we forced them into the whole first half.
Layla Harris playing the point here, looking for somebody to come get it. It's McFall, right wing three. Yes, sir!
Well, good all the way, and there's your clock. That'll run
for the final 6:50.
3 number 11. I'll get it right this time.
74-37. Stolen away, picked off the pass. It's Harris, 2-on-1 break, drives, puts it up, got it.
Point number 11. She's in double figures.
76-37. We're on our way to a 100-point game here if we keep this up. It's Stevens over the left side to Lightfoot. Bounces in the lane there. Whistle. Ooh. A foul here called.
Addie just turns back here and looks at us and laughs. She knows it was a foul. She's played really good tonight.
Carly Hagan checking back to the Trojan lineup for Hannah Bragg. Got Alexis Cannon, Layla Harris, Carly Hagan, Addison McFall, and Addie Slagle on the court. That was Slagle's. That was her third foul.
Yes.
Goes inside there to Strode, puts it up too strong. Gets tapped. Oh, collision here. Harris and Strode.
Great block out by Hagan, and she just got decked by Strode there.
Yeah.
They called the foul on her. We'll get the ball back.
And you're going to get Hannah Wilson to the ball game for Addie Slagle. 5:34, the clock running here in the fourth. 76-37, Trojanettes. As Layla Harris brings it up for Barren County. Into the front court. Right side it goes to Hagan. Hagan looking. Puts down a couple of dribbles. Got bumped. Sends it out there to Hannah Wilson. Back over to McFall. Gives it to Harris. Harris wants to drive. Left of the lane. Dishes it off inside there to Hagan. And they're going to call her for steps.
You can't fault the kid for walking when they're reaching in.
I know.
But also
we're pushing you. And
we're beating them pretty bad. So I guess we'll take the compromised turnover. We didn't have any in the third quarter. After turning it over 8 in the first half, none in the third quarter. That was a huge difference.
Yeah. Jordy Goodman throwing up the shot, and it comes down the pike somehow. I don't know, but
it's kind of like the first quarter where they were just throwing it every which way in. It landed in the bucket.
Yeah. Here's a pass deflected, but chased down by Alexis Cannon. She moves into the key, backs away out of it, gives it to McFall. McFall, another three-point attempt. Yeah, better believe it.
She just kind of hopped into that one. I didn't know she had enough on it, but that's number 12.
79-39, a shot on the other end. It's going to count for Glasgow, and a foul on the Trojanettes. And they're going to put this one on 22, Hannah Wilson. And that puts Kirkpatrick at the line with a chance at an old-fashioned three. She's got 18 points tonight, but just 5 here in the second half. The shot is no good, in and out. And Crane and Cannon go for the loose ball, and it's going to be Glasgow's basketball on the alternating possession with the clock running here in the fourth with 4 minutes to play. 79-41. We won't make that 100 points as I thought we would since we're in that running clock now.
Well, you look at just getting 80 in girls basketball is a lot of points.
Need to go back and look the last time. Here's the shot inside, no good. Rebound comes off to Harris. Flips it up court, stolen away by Crane. Crane gets rid of the basketball to Kirkpatrick. Racing into the front court with it. Left side. Now pulls up. Can't shoot the 15-footer. Comes out to Goodman. Goodman driving right of the lane. Throws up the shot too strong. Rebound put up and in by Strode.
If you don't put a body on her, she's going to get the rebound.
Yeah, 9 points for Strode. 79-43. Harris with the ball. Left side over to Cannon. In the corner goes to Hagan. Trying to get around Strode. Goes under. Puts up the shot. No good. Got fouled. No call. And here comes Kirkpatrick with it for the Lady-Scotties into the front court. Long bounce pass off to Crane. Crane drives under. Missing the shot. Strode there to put it in.
Piper not happy with the effort here as they've had back-to-back buckets off offensive rebounds.
And it's 79-45 with 3:05 to play. This timeout's brought to you by the People's Bank.
Just a 30-second timeout.
So we'll keep it right here. 79-45, Trojanettes. Largest lead was what? Where'd we get it to? 40? No, we didn't get 40.
We didn't get it
39.
I think it was 39. You're right.
39. Yeah, I kind of wonder the last time we scored 80 or more points in a game. We'd have to go back and look at that.
South Oldham last year was the last time we scored.
South Oldham last year?
We beat South Oldham 82-43.
Okay. Well, they could still surpass that.
Could.
With 3:05 left.
80 hasn't happened very much in the last few years. That was the only time that it happened last year, and it didn't happen the year before.
Layla Harris, left side, McFall turns and fires a three. It is no good. And it goes out of bounds. Lady-Scotties on the ball, 2:49, the clock running here in the fourth. And Stevens with the basketball for the Lady-Scotties into the front court. Stevens goes right side over to Crane. Now Crane on the move, gets away from Hannah Wilson, steps back, shoots a 17-footer that hit the side of the backboard. Taken in underneath there by Hannah Wilson. As Hannah Wilson brings it into the front court for the Trojanettes. 2:22 to go. Carly Hagan, left side corner. As they work it around the perimeter. Out top is McFall, fakes, drives, throws it off to Hagan. Hagan in the lane, back out to Hannah Wilson. Gives to Alexis Cannon, over to McFall. Now out to Harris for three. No good, short. And rebounding there with Stevens. A whistle and a foul. Going to be on Hannah Wilson. It's her second. And just the team's second, I believe, or third of the quarter. Going to get some new players in the ball game for the Trojanettes as they get Miley Commons in the ball game, a 5'3" freshman. Number 20, Ava Mullins, a 5'11" sophomore. And also Reagan Griffiths, a 5'9" junior. Down a minute and a half to play. 79-45 the score. Driving with it is Lightfoot. Throws it up out of off balance and a foul called. This one will be charged to Mullins. And so Lightfoot will be at the line, who's not scored in this basketball game, as we're down to 1:18 to play. 79-45 Trojanettes. Shot is up. It is no good. And now Reagan Wilson will check in for the Trojanettes. A 5'11" sophomore will come in for Alexis Cannon. So everybody getting a chance to play tonight. It's Lightfoot back to the line for one more. For the Lady-Scotties, it's on the way, and she missed it. Rebound comes off to Glasgow as they got Peyton Taylor in the ball game, number 24. Number 50, Hannah Jolly. And here's Crane with the basketball, trying to backtrack in, can't go. Goes inside, Stevens throws it up off the glass, and another foul here. 59.6 to go, and at the line is Stevens for the Lady-Scotties. She's 1 for 2 from the charity line. Shot goes up and in. 79-46. Maddie Shelton, a 5'7" freshman, checks into the Glasgow lineup. One more for Stevens. It's on the way. She hits both. 79-47. 58 seconds to go in the ball game. Hannah Wilson with it for the Trojanettes. Dribbling on the left side. Sends it off in the corner to Mullins. Now Mullins fires it off there to Griffiths. Griffiths gives it to Reagan Wilson. Dumps it down inside. And a shot put up and in by Mullins.
There's your 80.
There's your 80. 81-47. 33 seconds to play. Stevens with the basketball. Gives it off left side. Over to Lightfoot. Out it comes to Shelton. Down to 20 seconds to play. Now Lightfoot with it on the right side. Curls it back out. Reverses back to the right side. Goes baseline. She's cut off by Hannah Wilson. They give it to Stevens. She walked. No call. 10 seconds to play. And now they get rid of it out to Taylor. Taylor fires it down. Shot blocked in there by Reagan Wilson. Gets rid of the basketball, and that is the ball game. And the Trojanettes win at 81-47 over Glasgow as the Trojanettes stay perfect in district play at 4-0 and 18-2 overall. Glasgow drops to 4-15, 1-4 in district play. And we'll talk with Coach Piper Lindsay here in just a second. Get her thoughts on tonight's game. Coach's comments are brought to you by Colton Steakhouse and Grill. Barren County in that second half, especially that third quarter, outscoring Glasgow 37-15. And Coach, congratulations to you. Man, they hit everything they threw up there the first quarter, maybe the first half, but you built up a 44-point ball game there in the first half, but really got things going in the third quarter. I thought the defense really played well the second half.
Yeah, defense was much better the second half. First half, we were extremely upset at our girls. I just felt like we were a step slow on everything. I mean, yes, they made shots, and that obviously made them kind of stay in the game a little bit longer than what we thought. All the 50-50 balls, I felt like were going their way. Just everything was bouncing their way. And, I mean, yeah, that happened. So be it. I thought we responded extremely well. And defensively, I felt like we were overplaying at times. We were hugging our man, and that was not us that first half at all. Yeah. And just ill-advised stuff. We were trapping for no reason when we weren't calling for that. I don't know what was going on in the first half, but extremely proud of the girls as far as how we bounced back in the second half defensively.
And you hit 12 three-pointers tonight.
Did we really?
12. Yes, wow. 7 in the first half, 5 in the second half.
Speaking of that, I thought Layla Harris came in and gave us some big minutes in the second half, or in that first half. I thought she was big for us.
Yeah, 11 points.
And defensively, I thought she was pretty solid as well.
Absolutely. So, 81-47. We was looking at the last time we scored 80 was against South Warren last year. It was 82-43.
Oh, wow.
You know, when you got to go back to when you played the last time we scored more than that. We've scored 80 twice in the last 20 years.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
But they shot 62% the first half.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, you know, but still
that'll
we
put
had
up
a 12-point lead.
Yeah, of course, we were upset. We gave up 26 points the whole first half of the whole game, the first game, and this time, but like I said, we locked down. I thought we did a much better job the third quarter.
Good win. Now next week we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Supposed to be Allen on Monday, Greenwood Tuesday, Warren East Friday, Monroe Saturday. Who knows if we're going to get all those games in? Hopefully we can.
Yes.
We'll just have to wait and see what the weather shows.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Hopefully we can, like you said, but some rest might be good for us, and just kind of just relax and have some slow time, which will be nice after this busy week.
Understand that. Coach, congratulations.
All right, Jay.
Hope to see you next week.
All right.
All right, Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes, they went at 81-47 over the Glasgow Lady-Scotties here tonight as we're going to take a 4-minute break. We'll take a 4-minute break. We're going to come back with our post-game stats as they're doing the Hall of Fame ceremony here as the Trojanettes went at 81-47. We'll return with our post-game report brought to you by TJ Regional Health in 4 minutes. This is Barren County Basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
RTC.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Kasasa account at the People's Bank. Kasasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Kasasa Cash, Kasasa Cash Back, or Kasasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Fame inductions here at Glasgow High School. Trojanettes 27-20 at the end of the first quarter, 44-32 at halftime. It was 71-37 after 3, 81-47 is the final score. As we welcome you to the TJ Regional Health post-game report. Post-game stats brought to you by McDonald's. Glasgow with 19 field goals tonight. 4 of those were three-pointers. They were 5 of 14 from the foul line. And Kayla Kirkpatrick leading the way for the Lady-Scotties tonight with 18 points. She had 3 threes, 4 twos, and was 1 of 3 from the foul line. Riley Strode scores 11 for the Lady-Scotties, 5 baskets and 1 of 3 from the foul line. 7 for Race England tonight, all in the first half with 3 and a couple of twos. 4 points for Jayla Crane, 3 for Kenley Stevens. She was 3 of 4 from the foul line, and 2 points each for Addison Norris and Jordy Goodman. For the Trojanettes tonight, 25 field goals. 12 of those were 3-point shots. She was 17 of 18. The Trojanettes, I don't remember the last time this happened. 17 of 18 18 from the free throw line. That's pretty good shooting from the charity stripe, as they had 5 players in double figures tonight. As the Hall of Fame inductions continue here at Glasgow High School, 5 in double figures tonight, led by Mahala Burton with 18 points. She had 3 threes, 2 twos, and was perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 15 points tonight for Addie Schlegel. She had 5 baskets. 3 of those were 3-pointers. She was 2 for 2 from the foul line. 12 points for Shelby Bird tonight. Had 5 baskets. She was 2 of 3 from the foul line. 11 for Ann Ashley Atkinson. She had 3 baskets. One of those a 3-point shot. She was 4 for 4 from the foul line. Also, Layla Harris in double figures tonight with 11 points. 3 threes and a 2 for 11. So we had Burton with 18, Schlegel with 15, Bird with 12, Atkinson with 11, and Harris with 11. Addison McFall has 2 threes in that fourth quarter for 6. Riley Wilson scores 4 on a basket and 2 free throws, and 2 free throws for Hannah Bragg. And also 2 points for Ava Mullins. Almost missed that one, but that would have made it 26 field goals tonight for Barren County. 12 3-pointers. As the Hall of Fame inductions continue here, and we'll mention those to you. First one was Coach Terry Flatt, who coached the girls basketball team here for several years. No longer with us. Jerry Poland, a member of the 83 class at Glasgow High School, a very good baseball player. Also being inducted was Jonathan Belcher, good golf player here at Glasgow. Kelsey Creer, remember Kelsey Creer? Played basketball here at Glasgow. Had over 1,800 career points. So she's being introduced right now, being inducted to the Glasgow Hall of Fame. But, hey, I mean, you look at this. We scored 81 points tonight. Started out, it was 27-20. Glasgow was shot 62% from the field there in that first half.
Yeah, both teams shot the ball really well there in the first half. They shot at 62%. We shot it at 52%. What changed in the second half was they only shot 6 of 15 in the whole second half, and we just continued on the pace that we set in the first half. So we were 13 of 23 in the second half, on our way to 26 of 48 for the game for 54%. 12 of those 26 were from behind the arc, so 12 of 24 from distance for right at 50%. So overall, we started hot and we continued that streak, but we picked up the defense there in the second half to get to the running clock and get to as many as you said, 39. Is that what the lead was up to?
Yeah.
So 19 of 36 overall for the game for Glasgow, 53. They cooled down. Not by numbers or stat-wise percentage. They were 4 of 6 from 3, but the way they cooled down was they had 3 in the first half. They only had 1 3 in the second half, and this is a team that's really, I think, built on a lot of the three-point shot. They're not built to go inside. They're not built to really dominate with paint points. So when we were able to shut down and really cut off some of those options they had in the first half, we really were able to excel defensively, only giving up, 5 points specifically there in the third quarter compared to 27.
That was a big one right there.
That's where the game was won. So 10 turnovers for us, only 2 in the second half, and we forced them into 15. We out-rebounded them 29-16. 13 offensive boards for us and 6 offensive boards for Glasgow. So a dominant performance for us tonight, and thought we played well down the stretch. I was not happy. Is kind of, I guess, overstated with our defensive effort there in the first half, but you knew that trend wouldn't hold, and it didn't in the second. We figured out what they were doing and really did a good job cutting off their options in their half-court man offense and really settled in the game and got contributions from a lot of people.
Spencer Bradley was just named a member of the Hall of Fame here, passed away as a cheerleader here at Glasgow High, and now it's the voices of the Scotties, some of our co-workers on this induction. Henry Royce, whose dad Hank Royce coached, or did play-by-play for Glasgow for many years. I remember when I first got into radio, I actually ran the board for Hank Royce at Wovo because he was the guy that did the play-by-play. So I would talk to him just like Luke Pritchard is to me right now. That's what I was to Hank Royce back in the 70s. And so let's listen in just a little bit to the PA announcer here with got Joe Myers, who a good friend of ours, Bruce Tribune, who's out there being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Had Randall Cook, who was also a member. Larry Alexander, who's unable to be here tonight. He's a little under the weather. Jim Moody, I remember he was a good friend of mine who passed away at an early age, who did the Scotty ball games for a few years there. And so you had Hank Royce, Henry Royce, who had the radio station, Jim Moody, who did the broadcast for the Scotties, Larry Alexander, Bruce Tribune, who's still doing the stats for Glasgow with Chase Landrum right now. And then, of course, Joe Myers, who gave up doing basketball and handed it over to Chase Landrum. And, of course, Joe still does football and basketball.
While he did not regularly call games,
So congratulations to them.
Yeah, nice to honor them, and they have had kind of a continual streak, much like we have with you. We got our own Hall of Famer right here. I told him we need to change introduction to courtside with the Hall of Famer, Jay Turner. We still haven't got that done, but maybe that's in progress. So they've had a nice little group of announcers and broadcasters that are very dedicated to their school and kids, so it's nice to see from them.
Also hosted the WCLU Morning Show, delivering local news along with
Gotta finish the girls, I guess, don't we?
I guess so. We'll be talking with Chris Franklin here a little bit from Don Franklin.
The tough part about the girls tonight, to finish them off,
passed away in August of 2002
I was thinking about player of the game while we listen.
Yeah, let's do that. Be thinking about that. Our play of the game. We had a lot of transition buckets in this game, and play of the game. I don't know. Had 5 players in double figures tonight. So.
Perspectives to each broadcast. He continues to share those perspectives as part of the Scotty sports team during football season, alongside Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune. GHS graduates Bruce Tribune and Randall Cook joined Jim Moody and Larry Alexander in 1991 as commentators and occasional fill-in play-by-play announcers. At times, Randall hosted a post-game Fans in the Sand style show, usually following major Scotty.
Joe Myers been doing the games for quite some time. I mean, he's 20-plus years for the Scotties.
Jim and Randall did them, I guess, back when I was in school, and they've been gone quite a while. So he took over for them, and he does a super job.
Football and spring sports play-by-play announcer Joe Myers began his tenure in 2001.
So yeah, this is 25 years for Joe.
Yeah.
25. Man, the years get away.
I made the joke that it was going to be either the ice storm of '93 or the blizzard of '78, and I was talking to some of my teachers today, and they were like, "We were born in '98. We don't remember the ice storm." I was like, well, "That kind of makes me feel old." So I guess getting a taste of what you have experienced as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the voices of the Scotties.
I'm going to stand up.
So think about the girls' player of the game. I don't know where to go on that one. I thought Mahala and Addie Slagle played super in the first half, and then we talk about Ann Ashley coming in. We need her double figures, and then Layla was really good offensively and defensively. So I hate picking these things when you've got so many that deserve to have it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could. It's kind of a cop-out to give it to everybody. It's kind of like a double foul or double technical. You kind of don't actually make the pick.
That is true.
But anyway, we'll leave that there. You mentioned the transition buckets and steals and M1 opportunities for plays of the game. So I think that's a good go-to there.
Yeah.
All right.
That concludes the Hall of Fame inductions, and congratulations, especially the voice of the Scotties, Joe Myers, who is still with our company, and Chris Franklin is, I think he's going to talk with Chase Landrum first, and then he'll come down here and talk with us here in just a little bit. before we go to break and then get ready for our second game of the evening, the Trojans and the Scotties. And
sounds good.
We'll take a 1-minute break. Chris Franklin will be here with Don Franklin in just a moment here on WCLU 104.7 FM.
You injured yourself playing a sport or exercise?
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Back here at Glasgow High School as the teams are warming up for the second game tonight, the Trojans and the Scotties. Rematch from 2 weeks ago, back on January 9th, which Glasgow won it in overtime, 64-56. And we'll go into our pregame coverage here in a moment on the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off as we're waiting for Chris Franklin with Don Franklin. He's talking to our sister station on 103. CLU Blue. And for Trojan basketball coach Warren Cunningham, was a much-needed win on Monday night as Campbellsville it took 2 overtimes to beat the Eagles 79-70. The win broke a 6-game losing skid. Barren County got 23 points from Kevin Nunn, 19 from Kate Hardy. Cameron Pippin had 4 threes, one which was a big scoring 14 points. And one of those threes, of course, down at the end of the game in overtime there. And Weston Shelton scored 13 points that game. The Trojans made 22 of 34 from the foul line, but only 18 of 28 in the second half and the overtime period. The win moved the Trojans to 10-8 on the season. Glasgow, under second-year head coach Brandon Stockton, played number 1 Warren Central close for 3 quarters on Tuesday night. Before running out of gas, they lost to the Dragons 81-64 the road, despite shooting nearly 60% for the game. However, Warren Central hit 13 3-point shots. Jalen Bradley led the Scotties with 19 points in that game, followed by Jarek Martin's 14 and Landon Mitten with 10. We'll have a break here. We'll come back and talk with Chris Franklin of Don Franklin. We take this 2-minute break, and we'll return with more pregame in a moment. We're 17 and a half minutes away. Trojans and the Scotties coming up next after this 2-minute timeout on 104.7 WCLU Sports.
Get in. We're making country great again.
Are you looking for high-quality, cost-effective, and highly visible advertising? At ATM Media Solutions, we offer large-scale marketing with ease. We have 4 LED billboard locations: Highland Pharmacy in Sonic, the intersection of 31E and Trojan Trail, Highway 90 East, Burkesville Road, and our newest location in front of Gondolier. Call 270-629-4542 to get a quote today. ATM Media Solutions. Advertise with ease.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable, A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors.
Been 50 years ago.
It's come full circle.
It sure has. It sure has. Let's talk about what's going on at Don Franklin.
And, you know, with the weather coming in, it kind of makes things difficult for us in our business. But we're open tomorrow, and our service department is kind of double staffed in case anybody has any issues, either fluids checks or anything to get their cars ready for the wintertime, especially what's coming in. So we'll be there till about 1 o'clock, ready to help anybody we can. We're trying to get as much done for people as we can before the weather gets in. So hopefully it'll pass us. But it wreaks havoc on us, not just for when it happens, but for days after that. So
you got any 4x4s to sell?
We have a ton. We wanted to make sure
good time to sell those.
We wanted to make sure this time of year that we keep a lot of those. So we got them a lot of trucks on a lot, big trucks, small trucks, new trucks, used trucks, a lot of SUVs that can four-wheel drives that can take care of all this stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, you know, we talked last time 2 weeks ago about the dealerships that you have across the state, and the new Ford dealership there in Columbia. We were driving to Campbellsville to do a ball game the other night. So well lit. I mean, if you want to go look at a car, you know, look around on the lot. And the same thing with Glasgow. I mean, I don't know if the lights ever go out or not. Are they automatically?
Yeah, they're automatically. We don't want to keep them on around the clock, but one of the things our owners do, you know, they grew from one single point store in Columbia, and the dad, which was Don Franklin, who was deceased, you know, several years ago, he always wanted a nice place for our customers to come, and whether it was service, parts, to purchase a car, body shop, whatever it is. He always wanted a nice place for our customers to be, and they can enjoy and have all the amenities that they need. So I think that's the last building we're building, unless something else has happened new. But most of our buildings have been revamped. We bought older dealerships and built new dealerships. So there's a lot going on, as has been going on in that aspect.
I know you got one in Bowling Green now.
We've got one in Bowling Green. Yeah, we're going to build a new one down there here probably next year. So you know, we got a lot to offer across the state. And I always like to tell everybody, you know, you can look at Lexington, London, wherever you want to look at it. If there's something that you want brought here, we do it every day. We move 100, 150 cars a day to different locations. So, you know, we try to keep our customers where they live at, as close to where they live at. So if they have issues as far as service, parts, body shops, whatever, we can take care of it right here.
Right. Now, again, tomorrow your hours are?
We'll be here until 1 o'clock tomorrow. We're open at 8. We'll be there till 1. We're going to try to get everybody home before the weather comes in. But we'll be there to help as much as we can if you have issues with your cars or whatever you may need. If you need to come in last minute and buy a four-wheel drive, we'll be there to help you. So don't hesitate. I'll be more than happy to get you a hot cup of coffee and a snack while you wait.
Sounds good. It's always good to see you, Chris.
You too, man.
Hopefully we will miss this winter weather big time. You know. Yeah. Good to see you.
Great job.
Thank you for all you do for all the community and for sports.
Well, we're glad to do it. We're glad to do it.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Chris Franklin with Don Franklin here as we continue our coverage of Trojan basketball. The Scotties here tonight here in this pregame coverage brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow. And we go back to some of our pregame coverage here. Barren County's 2-1 in district play with wins over Allen County Scottsville by just 1 point. Warren East by 23, and the overtime loss to Glasgow 2 weeks ago tonight, 64-56. Glasgow has 2 wins over Warren East by 37 and 28. Allen County Scottsville by 19. So right now, Glasgow has the upper edge in the district at 4-0. Barren County is 2-1. Allen County Scottsville 1-2. Warren East is 0-4. And the Trojans still have Allen County Scottsville and Warren East to play on the road next week. Allen County Scottsville on Monday, Warren East on Friday, both on the road. And the Trojans and Trojanettes have 4 games scheduled next week, but this winter storm could force at least Monday's and probably Tuesday's game, I would say, with Greenwood to have to be rescheduled. And Allen County Scottsville for a second time to reschedule. Originally, the Allen County Scottsville game was supposed to have been played on January 16th, but Allen County Scottsville girls were the 2A tournament, so they will have to be played sometime. But Robert, there's not a lot of open dates left. I mean, you look at the calendar, and you don't want to bunch up a bunch of games there in the last 2 weeks of the season. And as we look at the J&J Sales keys to the game tonight, the Trojans have several that are a little under the weather. Of course, Maddox Griggs and Catavian Fryer. Kel Edwards missed Monday's game. I think Fryer's out again tonight. Trojans will have to play extremely well because Glasgow is probably playing their best basketball right now.
I think the losing 3 out of their last 5 is somewhat deceiving because they only lost to 1 by South Warren. South Warren, who obviously beat us early in the year, is a very physical, quality basketball team. And then you lose to the number 1 team in the region and go up to and get beat in the semifinals of the 2A to Christian Academy of Louisville. So it's not like they're playing slouchy basketball. They're just playing quality opponents who they haven't been able to find a way to beat. So we, on the other hand, we struggled a little bit down the stretch to close out that game against Campbellsville. We're fortunate. I think it makes a big difference that we were able to come out of there with a win instead of saying we're continuing this losing streak. So, we were shorthanded in the JV game last night, and I think just lost by a bucket. So we have some kids that are under the weather, but it's kind of next man up mentality, and we know that, and we're ready to go. You see, we're very capable at some different positions, but what we have to worry about tonight is just Glasgow's explosive athleticism. The kid that handles the ball for them so much, and the Bradley kid, I think he's really good. He had 25 against us in the first matchup, and they shot over 47%, mainly because he was able to get good looks and knock those down. So we have to find a way to contain tonight. We have to find a way to get buckets in the half court, which has also been a struggle for us a little bit. So, this game, you talked about the Bowling Green Warren Central game last night. Bowling Green probably shouldn't have been in that game and ended up winning it. I don't think there's that big of a margin between these two teams, but I think Glasgow is playing better basketball right now and probably is the number 1 seed in the district unless we can come in here tonight and pull off some kind of upset. And that starts with playing just really good quality basketball that I know we're capable of.
Well, Glasgow averages 66.4 points a game. They shoot 47% from the field. They've made 94 threes this year, 66% from the foul line, and they defeated Allen County Scottsville by 19, Warren East by 37 the first time, 28 the second time, and of course Barren County in overtime by 8, 64-56. And you mentioned their close losses they've had. 1 point loss to South Warren, 3 point loss to North Hardin, 2 point loss to Bowling Green, 6 point loss to Adair County. Some pretty good competition right there. Trojans are averaging 61 points a game, shoot 42% from the field. They've made 96 threes, average of 5 a game, 66.7% for the free throw line, and average 33 rebounds a contest. And so we're going to come back and we'll have the starting lineups of tonight's game here at about, we're about 7 minutes away from the start of this game. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. When we return, we'll take this 3-minute break as you're following Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly, or getting them back on track when they're not. We've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Kasasa account at the People's Bank. Kasasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Kasasa Cash, Kasasa Cash Back, or Kasasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Look at our starting lineups of tonight's second game between the Trojans and the Scotties. First for the Scotties of Glasgow, ranked 4th in the region this week. Second-year head coach Brandon Stockton, 10-8 on the year, 4-0 in district play. Jalen Bradley, number 11, a 5'10 junior, averaging 18.3 points a game. Jarek Martin, 6'5 senior, 12.7 points, 7.8 rebounds. Landon Mitten, number 30, 6'3 senior, 10.7 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Jeremiah Moore, a 5'7 senior, averaging 4.2. Carter Hodges, a 6'3 senior, averaging 4.5 points a game. And they usually sometimes they start Jackson Norris at 5'11, a junior, who averages 8 points a game for the Scotties. We'll get the official lineup here in just a little bit. We'll get it right out of the official book right there. Bradley, Moore, Norris, Martin, and Mitten. Bradley, Norris, Moore, Martin, and Mitten. So Hodges will come off the bench. And Trace England, another one of the reserves for Glasgow that plays quite a bit. Warren Cunningham in his 18th season at Barren County. The Trojans voted number 8 in the region this week. Assistant coaches for the Trojans, Craig Pippin, Gavin Withrow, Tucker Kirkpatrick, Mason Bunch. Kate Hardy, number 23, 6 foot 155 senior, averaging 13 a game. Weston Shelton, number 3, 6 foot 160, a sophomore, 11.6 points, 5 rebounds. Gavin Nunn, number 40, 6'7", 250 senior, 10.2 points, 8 rebounds a game. Jackson Bird, number 24, 6'3", 195 senior, 5.7 points, 5 rebounds a contest. And Cameron Pippin, 6'4", 165, and a senior, averaging 8.3 for the Trojans. And that's your lineup, brought to you by Lakeside Recycling. The officials are the same 3 you had in the girls' game: Adam Clark, Chris Sweeney, Mike Goodson. And the officials sponsored by Extreme Health Club and Fitness for Women and ATM Media Solutions, as we'll get set for the Farmers RECC opening tip-off. And Raphael Sports Bar brings you our first quarter of action here from Glasgow High School. If you missed the girls' game tonight, Trojanettes, they win it by 34, 81-47 to stay undefeated in district play, with still Allen County, Scottsville, and Warren East both on the road yet to play, and not sure when those are going to happen because they're scheduled for Monday and Friday, but more than likely Monday and probably Tuesday's game was supposed to be senior night at Barren County against Greenwood. More than likely, if the weather does what they say it's going to do, we may not play any next week.
Very, very possible, and even if you have an opening to play, that means if you're doing everything you can to play, that means you haven't really been in the gym to practice. So, there's not going to be hardly any opening for us to probably get in gyms and stay in some kind of basketball groove or basketball shape. So you're going to do everything you can just to probably stay warm and make sure everything is working properly as it can. So, there's some big calls for ice storms, and an inch of ice is devastating. So hopefully we miss the ice and we get a little bit more. Hopefully we get a little bit more snow than ice. So we're right on a line.
Yeah.
And so everybody just needs to be paying attention and being prepared. And you got about 3 or 4 hours left to go get prepared till it all comes in tomorrow.
I would rather see snow than the ice. Now, they say sleet won't stick as hard as freezing rain does. So
I've seen
might get a mix of everything. I don't know.
I've seen totals all the way up to 20-plus inches and all the way down to 2 inches. So, we're going to get something. Yeah. It's just we need more snow than we need freezing rain. And you're going to take that snow over the freezing rain just because of what it can do to the power lines and what it can do to trees and just everything causes a huge havoc with the freezing rain.
So I hope you got your food and supplies ready to go as we stay in a few days and watching a few episodes of Gunsmoke or Wagon Train or watching some Netflix.
Might have to go get the reel hooked up to a generator to watch anything.
Oh, let's hope we don't have to go with a generator.
Just cozied up by the fire.
I got gas logs. That's about all I got. It's gas logs. So
you might be under the quilts.
Burn some candles with some crock pots over them or something. I've been seeing that on Facebook today. If you put a crock pot over a couple of candles, then that might work and throw off a little bit of heat for you.
Get your terracotta pots out. So we've had about a 40-minute break
it's been a while.
The girls' game and the boys' game. So a lot of time for the pomp and circumstance, which is well deserved by those Hall of Fame inductees, but we're warmed up and ready to go as Glasgow gets their starting announcements there. They did a little pregame presentation with Jerry Martin for his 1000th point right before the game. So
rebound record, I guess it is, 500 rebounds, I think, for Jarek Martin, a senior. I think he's going to play football next year somewhere. Where is it? Can't remember now.
I can't keep up with kind of this time of the year where you have a lot of commits. Sometimes those change back and forth as well.
Yep. All right, we're about ready to go with this one. The Trojans and the Scotties as a tip-off here at 8 o'clock. We've had homecoming here tonight before the girls' game. We've had Hall of Fame inductions in between games.
Trying to fit a lot in, aren't they?
Yep. Trojans in Burgundy tonight with white numbers and letters outlined in gold. Gold stripes down the sides. Glasgow in their home white. Blue numbers and letters. Glasgow across the front of the jerseys. Barren County across the front of their jerseys. Barren at the top of the number. County right below it. Barren County moving left to right. Glasgow right to left. Adam Clark will toss it up. And here we go. It is going to be controlled by the Trojans. Cradling is Hardy. So Kate Hardy will be defended there by Jeremiah Moore. So he takes it off to the left side. Now wants to dribble, picks it up, goes inside there. Shot is rejected in there by Martin. Pinned Shelton with the shot. And here's Jarek Martin in the corner going up the baseline. They go inside there. A little pump fake. Shot goes up short. Ball's tapped out to Bird. And the Trojans come back the other way. Kate Hardy with the basketball. Right side it goes to Pippin. Gets a screen from Bird. Pippin pulls up, can't shoot, turns, looks, floats it back out to Shelton. Shelton. Now to Hardy. Coming over center screen is Nunn, and now here's Hardy driving the bucket. He puts it up and in.
The floater high off the window before two defenders ran at him.
So the Trojans on the board first 2-0. As Bradley has it for the Scotties. He scored 25 against the Trojans in the earlier matchup. He drives against Hardy, pulls up with a fadeaway jumper off the glass. Good.
Back-to-back buckets off the window. One for them, one for us. He created a little separation with a mini push-off there on Kate.
Shelton with a basketball. Guarded out there by Bradley. Goes to Pippen to the right side. Gets a screen from Bird. Takes it around to the top of the key. Now goes left side with it. Wants to drive. Gets cut off, and it's stolen away.
Yeah, ran a play for a pick and roll, and we just didn't look for it. We got to look, get rid of it.
Bradley with it deep on the right side. Minton comes over to set a screen. Bradley, long distance three, knocks the bottom out of it.
That was deep.
Number 30 on the year for Jalen Bradley. It's 5-2. Scotties lead it. Shelton with a basketball for Barren County. Crosses the midcourt line against Bradley. Dumps it off at a high post to Bird. Bird goes down inside to Nunn. Kicks it back to Bird. Just inside the three. Way off the mark on the shot. Bradley with a rebound for the Scotties. Bradley on the dribble here on the left side. Coming over to set a screen is Jarek Martin. Bradley takes it to the right side. Gives it off on the right wing three. That is no good. Rebounded there by Weston Shelton for the Trojans. Here's Shelton pulling up. 15-footer. It's in and out. Rebound claimed in there by Jarek Martin. Martin racing down. Oh, a high dribble there. And runs into Bird, but no call. Three out of the left corner. Good. As Norris knocking it down from long range. Timeout Barren County as the Scotties are out to an 8-2 lead.
Norris, their third best three-point shooter, so they've had their first and third best free throws or three-point shooters make one, that time off of a kick, the last one off of just a straight pull-up, and we haven't got great looks on our offensive series. 4 different trips down the floor and only made one bucket, so they're out to an 8-2 lead, and Warren takes a quick timeout because of it.
30-second timeout is brought to you by the People's Bank. All of our instant replays tonight are brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board.
What you worry about just a little bit is them being able to make plays. They get up and athletically claim rebounds and just take you out of all second chance opportunities.
Shelton with a basketball. He's guarded by Bradley. Shelton gets it across into the front court. Hooks it off to Hardy. Hardy guarded by Moore. Dumps it down inside. Nunn trying to work inside against Martin. Has a shot blocked out of bounds.
Forcing the issue a couple of times in the paint has led to a couple of Jarek Martin blocks.
Hardy will toss it in, right baseline for Barren County. Hardy looking, gets it in play, slapped away, try to go to Pippen. Turnover by Barren. Here's Bradley driving, going to the bucket, missed the layup. Follow-up is good for Martin. And it's 10-2, Glasgow. We'll get Carson Browning to the ball game here in just a second, along with Maddox Griggs, the next whistle. Pippen with a basketball, dumps it off to Bird. Underneath it goes to Nunn. Shot blocked. And diving for the loose ball underneath the basket. They're still fighting for it. And
had a hold.
Call a foul. And it will be on Landon Minton of the Scotties, his first, team's first. And now Carson Browning, a 6'4 junior. Maddox Griggs, a 5'10 sophomore, checks into the Trojan lineup as Bird and Pippen check out. 10-2 Scotties, 4:39 to go first quarter. Comes in the corner, it's Hardy, ball gets loose.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't either.
He didn't throw enough on it, and he couldn't grab it.
Here's Martin in the left side to Moore. Feeds it into Minton on a give and go, and he walked. Yep. Moore walked with it, and Barren County will get it right back with 4:27 to play here in the first quarter. It's Maddox Griggs handling it for the Trojans into the front court. Guarded by Norris. Bounce pass off the left side, Hardy. As Nunn comes over to set a screen, they double teamed him, and the ball got loose, but Hardy got it at midcourt, and he gets tripped from behind. And The foul is on Moore, his first, team's second. Barren County's basketball on 8, comes to none in the left corner, gives it to Griggs. Now Griggs working out there against Jackson Norris, spinning, stops, looks, left elbow, has to give it to somebody. Somebody's got to come get it. Comes out to Shelton. Now out front with it is Griggs. As Griggs will work it off to the left side. Norris is out there with it. Griggs, bounce pass left. Shelton trying to get away. Back to Griggs in the paint. Throws up the shot. It's in there.
Took us a while to get our second bucket.
3:36 to go first quarter. 10-4. Scotties lead it here. Here's Bradley. Fires a pass to Moore in the corner. Sends it right back out to Bradley. Now Bradley on the dribble. Bounce pass down in low there to Minton. Kicks it back out to Norris. He'll fire it up for 3. No. Rebound by Carson Browning. Gets rid of it to Shelton. Shelton into the front court. Leaves it with Cade Hardy. Cade Hardy trying to make a move. Got bumped. Had it knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Barren will get it back right in front of the Barren County student section. Across the way to our right. A couple of substitutions for Glasgow. They actually bring 3 in. Trace England, a 5'6" sophomore. '24 Carter Hodges, a 6'3" senior. Down low, none. Left side, works it inside, spins, has a shot blocked by Martin. Here come the Scotties back the other way. It's supposed to be a 23, and I don't have a 23.
Grayson Bartley.
Okay, here's a floater, good for England. 12-4, Scotties. Griggs dumps it off to Nunn. Now out to Hardy. Goes right side with it to Griggs. Gets a screen from Browning. Now he's in trouble, needs some help, throws it away. Jackson Bird checking back into the Trojan lineup. And also Cameron Pippin. As Nunn checks out. So here's Bradley with the basketball for the Scotties with 2:22 to play in the first quarter. 12-4, Scotties lead it. Right side corner is Martin. Floats it back out, Bradley. Bradley on the left side out front. Goes in the corner to England. Back out to Bradley. Now Bradley trying to penetrate. Jumps it up for a 3. It is off high. And rebounded there, but Bartley had him smacked away. But inside, here's a shot going up, no good. Crashing the board, loose ball, scramble for in there. And going to have a foul called against the Trojans. Browning his first. Barren County's first of the quarter. As Martin will inbound the basketball. Sends it out front to Bradley. Minute 48 to go in the quarter. 12-4. The Scotties lead. Bradley sends it right side over to Martin. Martin, here's a diagonal pass down low on the left side of the block with a spin move. Can't go nowhere. That was Hodges. Back out to Martin. Trying to go one-on-one in the lane. Dumps it back off the left corner. Here's a 3. It is no good. Got a whistle and a foul on the floor. And they call it on Pippin. His first, team's second. Martin with the basketball. Sends it out front to Bradley. 1:20 to go, first quarter here. Bradley still on the dribble. Angles off right, wants to drive. Gets cut off by Hardy. Back out it comes to England. England hands it to Martin. Martin with a spin move, goes inside, puts it up short. Ball knocked away inside there as Browning comes up with it and gives it to Hardy. Hardy, right side, bounces down low. Browning trying to get around his defender, has it rejected in there. Wow. And there's a pass thrown away out of bounds. Barren will get it right back. You better be strong with the basketball here tonight. That's all I can say.
Well, that's kind of what Warren challenged Gavin with when he came out and said, you've got to be extremely strong around the rim or you're not going to be able to do anything productive for us tonight.
Nope.
So we've had some big droughts last field goal was at 3:42 and had a 3-minute, 30-second drought before that. So just 2 field goals, playing a lot of the quarter without any offense.
Pippen works against Jarek Martin. Nunn comes and sets a screen for him. Goes right side. Hardy, long distance 3. No good. Ball's tapped out. Saved in the corner by Nunn. Out to Pippen. Pippen driving to the bucket. He gets knocked away. And then Bird goes up with it. He's fouled. And this will be on Bartley, his first. Number 3 on the Scotties here in the quarter. Jackson Bird at the line, 47% of the season, 15 of 32. Gets a pair here. First one is on the way. It's good. For a Matt London, Kentucky Farm Bureau free throw. 12-5, Glasgow, 22.7 to go in the quarter. Bird with the second shot, rims off. Rebound, Jarek Martin for the Scotties. As Bradley will bring it in the front court. As we're down to 13 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Bradley, right side of the floor, down to 8. Bradley on the move. Goes into the lane. Jumps it up from 17. It is coming off. Rebound, Nunn. And almost knocked away there, but Hardy comes up with it. And then Martin smacks it away. That ends the quarter. It is Glasgow 12, Barren County 5. We'll return in 1 minute. This is Trojan Basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport? Services.
Quarter number 2. Brought to you by CRS Construction. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer. Luke Pritchard, our producer, back at the studios of 104.7 FM, WCLU. It's Glasgow's basketball at midcourt across the way as Norris will get it inbounds to Bradley. Bradley. As Minton comes over to set a screen, top of the key, gives it over to Norris on the left wing. Norris sends it off the right side. It's Bartley with the basketball. 3 by Bradley, short. Underneath, ball scoots off. It's Nunn with it. Gets with the basketball to Griggs as Griggs starts his second quarter. Griggs, as Bradley trails him, stops, looks, throws it up, shot blocked, and loose ball picked up by Nunn. Here's Hardy with a 3. Got it. Needed that one.
Yeah, 1 3-point attempt in the whole first quarter, and that was a kick-out look there. Couldn't get better when definitely needed it.
Riley Dental Group 3-point shot for Cade Hardy. Trims the lead to 4 at 12-8. It's Bradley with the basketball. Bradley out top, gives it to Norris. Back to Bradley on the left side. They go down to the corner. And back out to Bradley, around the perimeter to the right. Now Martin with it. Right side of the key, back for a 3-point attempt, and it's no good. Long rebound comes off to Pippen. Pippen turns, looks, and gets rid of it off to Griggs. Griggs will throw it right side over to Pippen. Pippen on the dribble, back out to Hardy. Hardy goes into Bird. Bird bounce pass down inside. It's Nunn, puts it in on a foul.
Great pass, Jackson Bird down to Gavin Nunn, who was able to keep his defender Minton on his back, and Minton picks up his second foul on our and one opportunity.
And he will have to come out and is replaced by Carter Hodges. 6:42 to go, first half, 12-10, Glasgow.
And after we played a poor first quarter, we have an opportunity here with a make, as Gavin does, just to cut it to 1.
Yeah, old-fashioned 3-point play on a free throw. Matt London, KFB. 12-11 Scotties as Barren County's come back with 6 straight points. They go inside. There's a shot off the glass. No good. Tapped up in the air. Pulled down by Pippin. Ball knocked away. Gives it off to Bradley. Bradley now throws it off the right side. In the corner, here's Hodges for 3. It's short. And rebound to Pippin. Pippin dribbles out of trouble. Takes it up the left baseline, or left sideline. Now gives it out now to Shelton. Shelton goes back to Hardy. A basket here will give the Trojans the lead with 6:05 to go in the first half. Here's Pippin on the left wing. Pippin, dangerous pass. It's Bradley going to the basket. Puts it up. He's fouled by Shelton.
I mean, that was just said here, take the ball, basically, off that telegram pass. Just can't do it. But we were able to get back, at least forced Bradley to get some free throws.
Bradley about a 71% foul shooter on the year for the Scotties. First is 2 for Bradley on the way, and it is no good. Carson Browning checking back into the Trojan lineup for Cameron Pippin. One more for Jalen Bradley. And he puts it up, and it is good. 30-second timeout by Glasgow with 5:57 to go in the first half. Glasgow 13, Barren County 11.
Well, it has been proven already tonight that we're going to have to be super strong with the basketball. You can't just make little weak passes. You can't telegraph passes. They are super aggressive. They're shooting passing lanes. They're knocking the ball away from us. They're blocking our shots, knocking down our passes, just every which way. So, we have several things in our repertoire offensively that we can take advantage of that overplay, that aggressiveness, but it doesn't do you any good if you can't be strong enough with the basketball to contain or, defend against their pressure.
Glasgow has brought back in Jeremiah Moore.
And chasing Cade all over the place.
Yeah.
But they're in man. They're not in anything fancy. It's just basically face guarding him.
Hardy with it deep on the left wing. Out top it comes to Browning. Browning looking down low. Can't get it inside there to Bird. Bird lost the handle. And a turnover by Barren County is Hodges. It's Martin speeding down the court, and he is going to be fouled. And I don't know what happened there, but they've called it on Cade Hardy, his first, team second.
You can't sit back if you're guarding Jarek Martin and just let him basically get a full head of steam to the rim.
Jarek Martin is at the line, a 54% foul shooter for the Scotties on the year. Gets 2 right here. First one is on the way, and it bounces in. 14-11 Glasgow as Peyton James is checked into the Trojan lineup, a 6-foot junior. Martin back at the line for one more. 5.5 minutes to go here in the second. Martin for the second of 2. Puts it in the air, and it's good. 15-11. Scotties lead it by 4. Weston Shelton with it for the Trojans. Leaves it off with Cade Hardy to bring up. As Hardy will bring it into the front court against Jeremiah Moore. Long bounce pass, too wide, out of bounds.
Anticipated that one. We knew what the play was, but we anticipated it, and he got hung up trying to break away from his defender. 4th turnover for the Trojans after we did that in the first half, so make it 8 for the half, and we still got 5 to play.
Martin fires it down underneath, out of bounds. Trojans will get it right back with 5:05 to go in the first half.
The good news is it feels like we're down 15, we're down 4.
Yeah. Shelton trying to drive against Bradley, throws it up on the run, and whoa.
That
should have been goaltending.
Basket interference all the way around.
Here is Moore with it. Out to Norris. Bradley goes inside underneath to Moore. He puts it up, missed it. Rebound none and a foul on Moore. That's going to be 2 on Moore.
Number 34, his second, team second.
Comes into Shelton. Works against Bradley in the backcourt. Shelton gets it across the line. Gives it to Hardy. Hardy putting down the dribble, fires it in there to Browning. Browning trying to work, going underneath. And that should have been a foul right there and no call.
It's body contact. I mean, I know it's clean up top, but it's body contact.
Here's Jarek Martin. Fires a diagonal pass, left corner for three, no good. Rebound to Peyton James. Off to Hardy. Hardy breaks to the middle, pulls up, fadeaway, jump shot, no good. Rebound to Moore.
They haven't made a shot this quarter, and we can't take advantage of it.
Yep, that's a good call right there. Definitely was.
They've only got a free throw this quarter. 3 of them, actually, but they haven't made any field goals.
No field goals yet, no.
But we haven't been able to take advantage.
Yeah, I know. We've scored 6 points, and they've scored 3. 3:50 to go in the first half. Right elbows Browning. Browning turning, floating it back over to Hardy. Fakes, drives, cut off in the corner. Fires it cross court, knocked down by Bradley. Bradley to the hoop, lays it in.
Can't make cross court passes. They read them, and they just get after it. 5 turnovers this quarter, and that leads to their first field goal.
Here's Griggs in the lane. His jump shot way short underneath. And
I thought it could have got deflected, but it didn't. We're just not playing very good right now, but it's still a low-scoring game and plenty of time to figure this out. Now, I know a lot of our kids have not necessarily felt well this week, but nobody's having a Jordan flu game either.
No.
We just need to play through it and kind of get through this rough patch.
17-11. Trojans down by 6. Glasgow with the basketball. Comes back out to Bradley. Back off the left side. Here's a shot out of the corner. Goes in somehow.
Bounced sideways and went in.
For England. That's his second field goal, and it's now 19-11 Glasgow. They're on a 7-0 run here with 2:58 to go in a half. Another bad pass picked off by Martin. Martin driving it right down the lane. And a block here underneath the basket. He tried to block it, or tried to dunk it. Griggs, his first personal. 3 on the Trojans here in the quarter. Jarek Martin at the line, 2 for 2. First of 2 on the way, and it rattles out.
Missouri State. That's where he had signed.
Missouri State, okay.
So I assumed that commitment stayed. We talked about earlier that his coach took the job at Coastal Carolina, the kid that played at Bowling Green at Western.
Second shot for Martin is on the way. He hits that one. And it's now 20-11 Glasgow. Full court pressure in the backcourt. Payne in a trap. And timeout.
That was off the free throw there that they decided to jump into a little diamond-type pressure, and we dribbled right into a trap. 30-second timeout to get us out of it, as we know down 20-11 that we're in danger territory and can't continue to turn the ball over. 10 turnovers for the half, 6 for this quarter, and only 2 field goals this quarter after we had just 2 the first quarter. Anemic offense.
Yep. Timeout brought to you by The People's Bank. It'll be Barren County's basketball.
Just don't go very deep on the bench, so when somebody makes a mistake, we don't really have a whole lot of options that are going to pick us up because we only go, 7 or 8 deep.
Yep. Hardy gets the ball and play to Shelton. We're down to 2:43 to play here in the first half. Barren has scored 11 points. Glasgow has scored 20. Hardy deep on the left wing. Out top it comes to Bird. That Bird goes right side to Shelton.
Wade Jackson!
Out top is Griggs. Gives it over to Bird on the left wing. Has it open, looking at 3, floats it down low in there to Nunn. Nunn working inside, puts it up and in.
Good move. He kind of baited Martin there to get him to stay out of the lane and then made a quick move to the hoop.
20-13. England with it, left side, out to Bradley. Right side, Jarek Martin. 3-2 zone, long 3 by England, no. And trying to get to the board was Bird, and the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be Barren County's basketball.
Haven't made any threes this quarter. That's good for us. They are 2 of 6 in the first and 0 of 5 this quarter.
Coming in for Glasgow now is Brad Smith, the 5'8 junior. He'll come in for Jackson Norris.
Still in a press. This is more, looks like a man-type press.
Yeah. Ball comes into Griggs as he works up court against England. Griggs gets it across the line. Griggs bounce pass in there to Bird. Underneath it goes to Nunn. He missed the shot, got his own rebound, put it back up and in with a left-hand hook.
Good work, and he's played good since Warren kind of challenged him to be a little bit stronger with the basketball.
20-15, Glasgow by 5. A minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Bradley driving over the right side. Hands it off there to Martin. Gives it back to Bradley for 3. Banked it in.
Just mentioned how they weren't shooting the 3 well, and then they go and bank one in.
23-15, Griggs with the basketball on the left side. Needs some help. Gets rid of it to Hardy. Now Hardy can't make a move, has to bring it back out. Got Brad Smith guarding him. Hardy, bounce pass, broke it up, but taken there by Nunn, back out to Hardy. Hardy can't shoot. Now he will. He got open for a 3. Has no good. Long rebound. Back to Hardy. Goes inside underneath and is put up and in by Bird.
He took a big chance there because there wasn't nobody back over top of him, but knew he could go get his miss and then assisted a bucket to Bird. Cuts the lead to 6.
23-17, Glasgow. 37 seconds to go before halftime. Bradley just dribbling the ball out front here on the left side. So down to 25 seconds to play.
In our 3-2 zone, we've shown a few times this half. We'll see if we stay in it.
Bradley still on the dribble here on the near side. 13 seconds. Now Bradley starting to make a move. Penetrates, jumper in the lane. Got it. Here's Cade Hardy. Lost it at midcourt, but threw it up anyway. Hit the rim. That's the end of the first half. Halftime here at Scotty Gym. It's Glasgow 25, Barren County 17. We'll return in 3 minutes with our halftime report. Brought to you by SCRTC. 3-minute break here on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Extreme Health Club and Extreme Fitness for Women, both with 24-hour access. And Extreme Blend Smoothie Bar to help you refuel and recover. Over 8,000 square feet of weights in Extreme Health Club and ladies only at Extreme Fitness for Women, including tanning beds, both with access to saunas, infrared saunas, and the 90-degree saline therapy pool. You'll love the wide variety of classes with experienced instructors. Personal training is available and with the best in the business. Call or stop by today and see what everybody's talking about.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
As this is the SCRTC halftime report, we take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by McDonald's. Glasgow led 12-5 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter was pretty even. Glasgow outscoring the Trojans 13-12. It's an 8-point lead here at the break for Glasgow. Scotties had 9 field goals in the first half. 3 of those were three-pointers. They were 4 of 6 from the foul line. Jalen Bradley has 13 of Glasgow's 25 first half points. 5 baskets. 2 of those are three-pointers. He was 1 of 2 from the foul line. Jarek Martin has 5 and a field goal and 3 of 4 from the foul line. Trace England, a couple of buckets for 4. Jackson Norris with a three-pointer. And that's the scoring for Glasgow in the first half. Landon Minton went out with 2 fouls, and so did Jeremiah Moore. Neither of those guys scored in the first half for the Scotties. For Barren County, 7 field goals in the first half. 1 of those a three-pointer. 2 of 3 from the foul line. Cade Hardy has 5 and a 3 and a 2. Gavin Nunn scored all 7 of his points in the second quarter on 3 baskets and a free throw. Jackson Bird with a basket and 1 of 2 from the foul line for 3. Maddox Griggs with a 2-point bucket. Weston Shelton has not scored in the first half. Neither has Cameron Pippin. Carson Browning, Peyton Janesaw actually did not score in the first half. So there we are. Low-scoring ball game, 25-17. And I think it was kind of a low-scoring game the first time, even though it went into overtime. It was what, 49-49 into regulation?
Yeah,
in that first game.
It was definitely a low-scoring game at the half. It was 23-28 at the half, so a little more scoring, but not a ton. So just, it feels like we're down 30. Maybe we're lucky we're not down 30, but we're only down 8. So there's plenty of ways that we can improve, fortunately. But we were definitely helped by the fact that Glasgow shot poorly there in the second quarter, specifically from 3. But we just struggled the whole half offensively. 7 of 22, just 7 field goals in the first half on 22 attempts, 31%, 1 of 4 from 3. So normally, we're making 4 threes in a half, not just taking 4 threes. So we're not getting a ton of shot attempts up. You look at them, they didn't get a ton up either, though. Just 9 of 24, made a third or a fourth of their threes, 3 of 12 for the half. We turned it over 10 times, way too many. 4 for them, out-rebounded them 17-10. 5 offensive for them, for us, 3 for them. We got to figure some things out. And when shots don't go in, that's one thing. But when you're not strong with the basketball, when you're not running the plays the right way, when you're not executing the right way, when you're throwing lazy passes, you're just doing things that are very uncharacteristic, those things happen. You can't be perfect in a game, but you have to learn from those mistakes. And it feels like, especially over the last 2 weeks, we're doing some of those things over and over and over again that put us in the same situation. So, we've been super, super successful against Glasgow. We've won 28 out of the last 37, 13 out of the last 16. We swept them last year, won the district title against them, but they're in a position right now to sweep the regular season and claim, without a doubt, the #1 seed in the district. And there's nothing we can do about it if we can't come back here from this deficit.
That is true. Well, we're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. This has been the SCRTC halftime report and McDonald's halftime stats. We'll return with a Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home third quarter when we come back in 2 minutes. This is the Trojans trailing the Scotties right now, 25-17. And you're following Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
From SCRTC.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Kasasa account at the People's Bank. Kasasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Kasasa Cash, Kasasa Cash Back, or Kasasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see The People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact The People's Bank for details. Member
17, Scotties lead the Trojans as we get ready for the third quarter. It is 19 degrees outside right now. I can kind of feel it in here. It's gotten a little colder since I've been in here since about 4:15, 4:30 this afternoon. But it feels like 3 outside.
It gets surprisingly colder throughout the day. The temperatures are maybe as scary as some of the weather that they're throwing out there. You know, Monday night is the low is 0. I've even seen negative numbers forecasted for some nights. So that's as concerning as anything. And, everybody's just got to kind of take care of themselves and check on everybody else and kind of make sure they're taken care of. It doesn't get out of the 30s or doesn't get into the 30s until the 1st of February. So, we're just in a huge cold snap right now. And much like our offense, we just got to hopefully wait it out and figure out what's going to happen on the backside of it.
They go inside to none. Back out it comes to Bird. Over it goes to Pippen to the right side. Pippen penetrating down the lane, up with the right hand and in. Nice penetration there by Cameron Pippen to take it to the basket. And it's 25-19.
Much better patient look, possession there from Cameron Pippen. Completely opposite of what we saw from him in the first half.
Bradley with the basketball. He's got over the half the points for the Scotties here in the first half. 13 of the 25. And they're just going to hold on to the basketball, looks like.
They're in the Tommy Compton four corners. We are in.
Barren County's in a 3-2 zone.
Yeah, we're in a zone, but we'll stretch it out a little bit.
Comes to Moore. Sends it back over to Martin. Now Martin hooks it back over to Minton. Back out to Martin. Out front to Bradley. And Bradley goes back to Martin. Martin back to Moore. Right side it goes to Bradley. Gets into a trap for a moment and almost picked off there by Shelton. Around the perimeter goes back over to Moore on the left side. In the corner, Martin with it. Wow, no look pass underneath to Moore, and he puts it up and in. I mean, that was a bullet.
Yeah, that was about a 60-mile-an-hour pass.
27-19, Scotties lead it by 8. Hardy with the basketball for the Trojans, works against Moore into the front court. Right side it goes to Pippen. Bird set a screen. Pippen, Martin comes out to defend him. Man, a bad pass. Minton comes up with the basketball.
Threw it into a double team, didn't really have a chance there.
Right side with it is Norris. Norris, he walked, no call. Minton in the right corner. Sends it way back out left side to Martin. Martin dribbles to the right. Bounce pass off in the corner to Moore. Moore sends it back out to Martin. 5:49 to go, third quarter, 27-19. Scotties lead it. Here's Bradley with the ball. A little defending there by Shelton. Goes to Moore. Back out now to Norris. Norris just holds it. Now Pippen coming up to defend. Right side Martin. Diagonal pass underneath. That's Bradley trying to go reverse. Minton with a rebound. Back up, no good, but a foul.
And Minton didn't play a whole lot in the first half because of the foul trouble. Hasn't been a big factor tonight.
24, Bird.
Jackson Bird's first personal, first foul of the Trojans here in the third quarter. Minton went scoreless in the first half. Of course, he set with 2 fouls. First free throw is good for Minton, about a 67.5% foul shooter from the line. 28-19. Glasgow with a 9-point lead now, 5:17 to play. Third period. Minton back to the line for one more. It's on the way, and he hits both. 10-point lead for Glasgow, 29-19. Shelton in a trap in the backcourt. Gives it over to Hardy. Long pass down the floor, goes to Bird. Bird will hook it back over to Pippen. Pippen, defended by Minton, picks up his dribble, needs some help. Gonna have to do something with it. And a bad pass again. And it's Norris going in, no good. And a foul.
Number 24, Bird. His second.
Bird to pick up his second personal.
Norris to the line for 2.
Norris for 2 shots. 86%er from the line on the year. Knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, and he misses that one. And Carson Browning, will come back in the ball game, 6'4" junior. Free throw, but Norris is good. And now Glasgow has their largest lead at 11 at 30-19. Full court pressure. This will be a 1-2-2.
Dead on, aren't they?
Yep. Browning gets the ball in play to Shelton. He's in a trap. Gets rid of it to Browning. Now to Hardy. Hardy trying to get it into the front court. Dumps it off to Browning. Browning. In the corner, none. Back out to Hardy. Hardy penetrating down the lane. Flips up the shot and drops it in.
Well, we've made both of our buckets. It's just a matter of getting shots because we're turning it over.
Yeah. 30-21. Bradley with the basketball for Glasgow. Takes it right side, hands it off to Martin. Down to 4:17.
They're just taking the air out of the ball, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're
out near midcourt, and the big G logo out there, Jarek Martin. Now he starts his move to the right. He's going to drive the bucket, try to dunk it. Got a little fancy with it there. And missed it. Jackson Bird in the front court. Dumps it off to Browning. Inside, down low. It's Nunn. Had it smacked out of his hands by Minton. In the corner, Hardy with a 3. No good. And a foul on the floor. I believe Martin is called for over the back on Browning.
He pushed him to try to create separation and get the rebound.
Hardy gets it into Nunn. Working in there against Minton, and Minton fouls him.
That's his third.
His third, team second.
So Minton will go to the bench with 3 fouls. Replaced by Carter Hodges. Gavin Nunn is at the line for 2 shots. 7 points in the second quarter. Free throw is short.
See, that went all the way there. He just didn't let it go. Gonna have to make free throws.
Yeah. Griggs. Maddox Griggs checks in for Weston Shelton. 3:41 to go, third quarter, 30-21 the score. Nunn back to the line. His second toss is good. 30-22. Scotty's lead is 8. Minton did not go out of the game, and he missed the shot. Here's the outlet pass, and they throw it away.
What are we doing?
Martin down the lane, puts it up and in, a foul.
Oh, turnover number 4 directly to an and one opportunity for them. How many times have we said turnover bucket, turnover bucket? Just
rotate the
being very careless, trying to make the home run instead of just hitting a single when we're trying to make outlet passes.
32-22, Martin at the line for one. He's 3 of 4 from the stripe. Shot for Martin, and he got it. 33-22, Glasgow by 11. Full court pressure for the Scotties comes into Griggs. Griggs gets it in front court. Griggs to the top of the key. Nunn sets a screen. Griggs can't get a shot away. On a give and go, back to Griggs, and the shot rejected there by Martin. And there's no body contact on that?
No, I mean,
are you kidding me?
Giving the benefit of the doubt on a couple of blocks for him tonight, haven't they?
Comes in the corner to Shelton. Down low. Nunn works in there against Mitten. Puts it up. Missed it. Tried to draw the fourth foul.
Coming down on top of it.
Yeah.
It's got to be a foul. Got to be a call.
Bradley. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Drives against Hardy. Pull-up jumper. Fade away. Right on out of there. Rebound put back up and in by Hodges, and a foul.
Snuck in there. Went it up over top of us.
Number 40, Nunn. His first team fourth.
First foul on Gavin Nunn. 4 fouls on the Trojans here in this quarter. Hodges puts it up. He missed the shot. Rebound, Jackson Bird. Hardy into the front court against Moore. 2:48 to play in the third. Long bounce pass off to Griggs to the right wing. Griggs circles around, goes in the paint, lost the handle.
15, turnover number 15.
And a shot underneath is no good by Hodges.
He just lost it because we weren't within 5 feet.
Here's a shot by Shelton. No. Ball taps out. Shelton again from 8. No good. Tapped up and in by Bird with a left hand underneath the basket. And a timeout here by Barren County with 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. It is Glasgow 35, Barren County 24. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU 104.7 FM.
FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Trojans trailing by 11, 35-24, with 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. And how many turnovers do we have, Robert? 16? 17? Something like that. I believe that's what you had there a minute ago. Glasgow's basketball. Bradley will bring it up. Sends it over straight away over to Martin. Martin against Bird. They spread the floor out again. Martin stays on the dribble with 2:15. And hooks it off. It's picked off in there by Pippen. He tried to throw it over to Hodges. The turnover. Here's Hardy missing the shot. Comes underneath to Mitten. He'll baseball it down the floor. Martin with a dunk. (37-24). Scotties by 13. Minute 48 to go in the third quarter. Hardy with the basketball for the Trojans. That reverses off the screen. Pull up from 15. It is good, and a foul. Bradley his first. Hardy gets his 9th point of the basketball game. So Hardy, 85% foul shooter, knocks it down for point number 10.
kind of now or never type thing. We got to get some turnovers and have a good last minute and a half of this quarter.
Bradley with the basketball, down minute 28 to play. 37-27 Scotties. Turnover, Hardy's got it for Barren. Hardy hooks it back off the left corner, and it's knocked out of bounds by Mitten.
Got that out of a 1-2-2. Got the turnover. Get it back under our bucket. Minute 19 to go, down 10.
Comes in the corner to Nunn. He'll give it out to Pippen. Defended by Martin. Sends it over to Hardy, who's defended by Norris. Down to 105. Hardy. Bounce pass left to Shelton. Nunn sets a screen, but they come chasing him. Back to Nunn. Kicks it over to Hardy. Three-pointer in the air. Bounces no good. Crashing aboard Pippen. No good, but he's fouled.
Men's fourth.
And the team's fourth of the quarter. And Cameron Pippen will be at the free throw line. 58.5% foul shooter of the season for the Trojans with 2 points of the night. His first free throw is up. It's good. Barren County 3 of 4 at the stripe here in the third quarter. 5 of 7 for the ball game. 37-28. Barren County has come back with 4 straight points after trailing by 13. Second shot for Pippen is good. 37-29. Glasgow with an 8-point lead. 49.5 seconds to play. Third period.
Win a possession at a time. You won that one, got points. Got to win another one. Keep doing it.
Hooks it back over to Bradley. Now Bradley back over to Martin on the right side. And hooks it in the middle there to Norris. Over goes to Bradley. His shot out of the corner is no good. Rebound in there by Pippen. Dumps it off to Hardy. Chance here to cut it to 5 at a 3-point shot. 24 seconds to go. Third quarter. Hardy against Norris. Still on the dribble out near midcourt. Trying to go to the left side with it. Backs it out. 12 seconds to play. Hardy on the near side. Dumps it off to Nunn. Now Nunn turns, flips it off to Shelton. 3-point attempt short. Rebound comes off to Norris. Norris, long pass underneath to Martin, and he missed the shot. Trying to dunk it on the alley-oop, and it's the end of the third quarter. It's Glasgow 37, Barren County 29. Back in 1 minute on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Have you injured?
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Fourth quarter, Trojans trailing 37-29 with Scotties. Both teams scored 12 points in that third quarter. It was the first quarter that's been the difference in the ball game, but the Trojans were down 12-5. Bradley with the basketball for the Scotties. As Hardy is out of the defender, he drives into traffic, and a shot blocked. And Browning comes up with the basketball. Hands it off to Hardy. Hardy pushing it into the front court. Got fouled on the way down in the corner. Shelton with a 3. No good. Long rebound right side. It's Browning with it. Browning looking. Puts down the dribble. Throws it back out front to Shelton. Shelton against Norris out front. Shelton sends it left side to Pippen. Gives it over to Hardy. Dumps it down in low to Nunn. Work inside. He got fouled
Martin from behind. I think they'll call it on Martin. Nope, they call it on Bartley.
That's his second. Team's first. And Kevin Dunn at the line, 2 of 3, 8 points in the contest. Free throw on the way, rims off. One more for Gavin Dunn. Jackson Bird's going to check back in the lineup for Coach Warren Cunningham. And I think he's going to come in for Gavin Dunn after this free throw. Shot is on the way. No good again. Pippen with a rebound underneath the Browning. Put it in.
Wow. That was just kind of, I got to get rid of it because I'm falling out of bounds, but great effort there by Cam.
Cuts it to 6 after trailing by 13. Still plenty of time left here. 7 minutes to play. It's 37-31. Barren County's on a 7-0 run. Martin with the basketball. Sends it out to Norris. And now Norris hasn't put down the dribble yet. Gets rid of it to Martin. Got Browning defending him. Now Martin may take him one-on-one. Decides to get rid of it over to Bartley. Bartley fires it down underneath in there to Hodges. Hodges fadeaway shot. No good. Nunn with a rebound. Clears it out. Gives it off to Hardy. Hardy pushes it in the front court. Left side stops. Had it knocked out of his hands, but Shelton's there to get it. In the left corner. Baseline shot. Got it.
Couldn't make a three from the corner. Was able to dribble in for an 18-footer, and we needed that badly. We've only got 1-3 all night long, but we're chipping away, winning possessions, and really, not on our best night, but we're finding a way to get back in the basketball game as Glasgow takes a timeout just up 4.
Yeah, this is a full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break. It's the 37-33 Scotty lead here on 104.7 WCLU Sports.
I'm Franklin. We're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Are you looking for high
To stay undefeated in district play at 4-0. And 4 games on the schedule for next week, but they are in doubt as all this winter weather about to move in. And Monday was supposed to be a makeup game at Allen County, Scottsville. Tuesday at home against Greenwood, so not sure if we'll get those in or not. And then Friday at Warren East, Saturday at Monroe County. Bullet pass firing away from Martin. I don't know what he was looking at.
I think he expected somebody to be in the corner and nobody was there.
Nobody was there. So now the Trojans have a chance to cut it to 1 on a 3-point shot here with 5:59 to play. Comes into Bird. Bird gives it to Hardy. And now Hardy will bring it up against Bradley.
Got Minton back in with those 4 fouls.
Yeah. And Hardy angles off to the left side. Bounce pass off to Pippen. They go down and low to Nunn. Nunn works inside. Had it blocked. Taken by Martin.
Bringing his arms down.
Long pass thrown away out of bounds.
Can't hit it.
So Bradley will toss it in on the right baseline for the Scotties. Gets it in the corner to Martin. And Martin will dribble it back out front here against Jackson Bird. Martin taking it to the right side, hands it off to Moore. Circles around halfway. Now leaves it off with Bradley. Bradley. Now off to Norris, and now here's Martin with it, and they go into the weave. Moore can't drive. Dumps it off to Norris and back to Moore. Hands it off to Martin. Now to Mitten.
I ain't looking to score, are they?
Nope. Comes out to Norris. Norris going to drive now. He'll throw it up off the glass. No good. Too hard. Nunn with a rebound off to Shelton. Gives it to Hardy. Another chance here for the Trojans to cut it to 1 on a 3-pointer. And here's a pull-up jumper. Hardy got it.
Got to his spot. That 15-foot jumper, a little crossover. Gavin supplied a little screen.
37-35. Here's Bradley going up and putting it off the glass.
Bradley got to his spot too. He's so good. Little crossover jumper. Him and Cade have almost identical favorite shots.
That's first 2 points of the second half for Jalen Bradley. He had 13 in the first half. Hardy, fadeaway jump shot, rims out. And the ball slapped out of bounds. They say by Jackson Bird. It'll be Glasgow's basketball.
Went all the way down, didn't it?
4:18 to play. 39-35. Scotties lead it. Barren County went on an 11-0 run there to cut it to 2. Bradley crossover, drives, throws it up, got it again. Tough shot by Jalen Bradley. He's got 17. Lead back up to 6 at 41-35. Shelton with the basketball. Picked away by Moore. Diving into the Glasgow bench. It'll be Barren County's basketball. Shelton to put it in play. Comes out to Hardy. Right side it goes to Shelton. Shelton on the wing. High post, Bird. Throws it back to Pippen, top of the key. Over the left side now to Hardy. Hardy looking inside. Bird with the basketball. Over to Pippen. Right wing three. No good. Martin with a rebound. Good look, just wouldn't go. Martin in the front court. Goes into the lane. Underneath it goes to Minton. He'll put it up and in.
Little run of their own now.
Back up to 8. 43-35. 6-0 run here with the Scotties in this spurt. And now Hardy is trapped. Gives it off to Nunn. And a foul from behind on Moore as he bumped into the back of Jackson Bird. On Moore, his third. Second foul of the Scotties here in the fourth quarter. Hardy will put the ball in play. Right side of the bucket. Goes off to Nunn on the right side. Gives to Pippen, looking for Hardy. Ball kicked out of bounds. .306 to play. Pippen looking. Gets it out to Hardy. Hardy wanting to drive. Fadeaway jump shot. Got it.
Timeout, 1-1 timeout. On a mate.
Hardy with 9 of his 14 here in the second half. 43-37, a 1-minute break. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Trojan basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Quality, cost-effective, and highly visible advertising? At ATM Media Solutions, we offer large-scale marketing with ease. We have 4 LED billboard locations: Highland Pharmacy in Sonic, the intersection of 31E and Trojan Trail, Highway 90 East, Burkesville Road, and our newest location in front of Gondolier. Call 270-629-4542 to get a quote today. ATM Media Solutions. Advertise with ease.
Trojans down 6, 43-37 to the Scotties. Barren cut it to 2 there at 37-35 after trailing by 13. Just hadn't been able to get over the hump.
Only got one timeout left. That was Warren's fourth that he just called, so we just got one in our pocket the rest of the way.
3:01 to play. Glasgow's basketball as Bradley will bring it up. Bradley crosses the midcourt line. Bradley, the pass deflected and taken by Hardy. Hardy, crossover move, dumps it off and stole it away. It's Moore. Nunn trying to go for the foul, and I don't know if he even touched him or not, but they say he did and
couldn't catch up with him.
His second, team's first the fourth quarter. Moore gets his second bucket of the night.
It's one of those you just let him go. You're so far behind that you're not going to do anything to affect the play without picking up an extra harm there.
Well, he gets a three-point play out of it, pushes the lead back out to 9 at 46-37, 2:38 to play.
A lot of work to do.
Hardy into the front court against Bradley. Gives it to Nunn. Shovels it back off to Shelton. Shelton getting the screen there from Nunn. Trying to penetrate into the lane. Forces it up and got it blocked on him. And here comes Martin with a dunk.
Back to 11, the largest it's been, right?
Largest was 13.
13, okay.
37-24. 2:13 to play. 48-37. Scotties lead it. Pippen with the basketball. Pippen against Norris. Norris really smothering him out there. Gives it to Bird. And now gives it to Nunn. Give and go. Bird hands it off to Hardy. Trying to get a three-pointer on the way, and he got fouled. No call. And here's Norris underneath Minton. Lays it up and in.
Can't call a timeout because you only got that one left, really.
Yeah, well, it's starting to get a little bit out of reach there. It's 50-37. Got a technical foul called on Moore. And that will be his fourth. 2 shots for Cade Hardy. Free throw is good. 10-point second half, 15 for the ball game, 50-38. And the second shot also good for Cade Hardy on some KFB Matt London free throws. Maddox Griggs in for Weston Shelton.
You get a 4 or 5 point possession here. I mean, gives you an outside chance.
Barren County's basketball. We only have 1:43 left. As Hardy gets it in play to Bird, back to Hardy. Hardy driving, throwing it up off balance, try to draw the foul. No call. Here's Nunn going back up good, and a foul on Minton, and that's it for Minton.
That'll end his night, yeah.
Trims the lead to 9 at 50-41 with 1:34 left. And Kevin Nunn for the free throw. It's on the way, and he hit it. 50-42. 8-point lead for Glasgow, 1.5 to play. They're going to take their time here. Martin fires it back over to Bradley. Bradley back over to Martin. Martin back over to Bradley. 1:20 to play. Trying to play keep away. Here's Martin out front into a trap. Jump pass back over to Bradley. Now Bradley with a bounce pass back over to Martin. Whoa! Now that should have been an elbow on Martin right there.
Of him, and he's yelling at our kid. He just yelled at our kid. I mean, that's a poor officiating. And you could call a technical foul after the play.
Right. Here's Bradley with the basketball down to 58 seconds. Martin dribbles across.
We're gonna have to
drives
foul,
in, whistle and a foul.
We look at their stats.
Number 2 on Cade Hardy. 53 seconds to play. Martin gets the ball in play. Foul on Griggs. Martin to put it in play for Glasgow. 52.5 seconds to go. As it comes out to Norris. Foul on Griggs.
Number 5, Griggs.
And that will be the 15th foul of the quarter against the Trojans.
Well, we got to look at their free throw percentage here, but they're a better free throw shooting team than we are. They hit about 2/3 of their free throws. And Norris is not necessarily the kid you want to foul, 86%.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, he's the best on the team, actually.
Yeah.
He missed the second one. Pippen with a rebound, 51-42, 48 seconds to play. Hardy with the basketball. And it's stripped loose by Norris. Norris to the bucket. And it's stripped away by Griggs and out of bounds.
Good hustle by Maddox. Knocked it away. They'll still get the ball, though. Just frustrating a little bit, right?
Yep. Comes out to Norris and out to Bradley. I'm sure how he keeps from doing the splits. Bad pass by Bradley. Pippen's got it. Gets rid of it to Hardy with 28 seconds to play. Hardy behind the back dribble. Had it knocked away, and now we get a foul.
Foul on the Scotties.
Still one away.
Yeah, it's only the fourth foul of the quarter. Pippen will put the ball in play with 25.3.
It is 5.
Is that 5? I must have missed one somewhere.
It took their book just a second to agree with us, but it is 5.
I must have, I don't know. Oh, that technical foul I didn't put down as a team foul.
That's an easy one to miss as a team foul, isn't it?
Cade Hardy is at the line. 11 points in the second half. Free throw is good. Makes it 51-43 with 25.3 seconds to play. Second one on the way. Good again. Timeout.
Here's our last.
That's the last one.
Yeah, it'll be a full.
25.3. It's Glasgow 51, Barren County 44. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports. Trojans did cut it to 2 at 37-35 after trailing by as many as 13. Just could not get over the hump and get some breaks their way. Martin will put the ball in play for the Scotties. Gets it in play to Norris. Norris will be fouled in the backcourt. That's a guy you don't want to foul.
They put their worst free throw shooter taking the ball out, so that means we can't foul him. And then Hodges would be the next one that you'd want to foul. He's sub 60% too, but he's as far away from the ball as anybody.
Norris is 2 for 4 tonight, even though he shoots 86% from the foul line. 52-44. Norris with the second one on the way. Good again. 53-44 Glasgow. 22 seconds to go in the ball game. There's Griggs into the front court. And a bad pass. Martin lobs it up court, none, or rather to Moore. And there's a foul. Was that even a foul? I don't even know if he even touched him or not.
He got close enough for them to say he did, I guess. We were not trying to necessarily foul. We shouldn't have been. Kind of like everything's over now.
Oh, yeah. Free throw missed by Moore.
Thought we had a chance when we climbed back in it and cut it. But they just went on a run and they made 5 field goals in a row. They haven't made a 3 this whole half.
Here's Hardy, turning it down, shooting a three-point shot, no good. And rebounded by Martin, and he'll just run out the clock. And so Glasgow will win it by 10, 54-44 over the Trojans. As Glasgow improves to 11-8, they'll go to 5-0 in district play. Pretty much will seal the number 1 seed as Barren County drops to 10-9 on the season and 2-2 in district play, with 2 more district games still to go for Barren County. We'll come back with our TJ Regional Health postgame report in 2 minutes. This is Trojan Basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental
54-44 over the Barren County Trojans tonight. Scotties improved to 11-8 on the year, 5-0 in district play. Barren County drops to 10-9 on the season, 2-2 in district play. As we take a look at some McDonald's postgame stats. For Glasgow, 19 field goals tonight, 10 in the second half. They had 3 threes. There were 13 of 19 from the foul line. Jalen Bradley scores 17 for the Scotties tonight. He had 13 in the first half, 4 in the second half. 12 points for Jarek Martin. He had 4 baskets and 4 of 5 from the foul line. Landon Minton scores 6 on 2 field goals and 2 free throws. 7 for Jackson Norris and a 3-pointer, and 4 of 6 from the foul line. Jeremiah Moore with 6 points, couple of field goals, 2 of 3 from the foul line. Carter Hodges had a basket, and Trace England with 2 baskets for 4 points. For the Barren County Trojans tonight, 16 field goals, 3 fewer than Glasgow. Only 1 3-point shot made. 11 of 15 from the foul line. 2 players in double figures. Kate Hardy finishing with 18. He had 13 in the second half. Finished with 6 baskets. 1 of those a 3-point shot. He was a perfect 5 of 5 from the foul line. Gavin Dodd finishing the night with 11 points on 4 baskets and 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. Jackson Bird scores 5 on 2 field goals and 1 of 2 from the foul line. 4 points for Cameron Pippin, a 2-point basket, 2 of 2 from the foul line. A basket apiece from Weston Shelton, Maddox Griggs, and Carter Browning. Trojans did cut it to 2 after trailing by 13. They were down 37-24, cut it to 37-35. But Glasgow came back with 5 straight buckets, and of course Trojans in the game breaks down the stretch either, so that was the difference in the basketball game.
Yeah, it was just a tough night all around. 16-45 for 36%. Never really found anything from deep. You may mention 1 field goal from behind the arc, and that was out of 10 attempts. So just 10% from there. That's very uncharacteristic for us. 6, 7 type threes. It's a different type game, but you just didn't even take the attempts, much less have opportunities to do that. So 19-45 for Glasgow for 42% there. They hit 3 threes all in the first half, 3 of 12 for their 3-point performance tonight. and they're not a three-point shooting team really. They attack, they pull up from their elbow. Their best player is kind of a put it on the floor and pull up from 15-foot type kid. So and they were good tonight. They were good tonight and frustrated us into 19 turnovers. They turned it over down the stretch a little bit. 9 turnovers for them. We controlled the boards very easily, 32-20. It wasn't their inside players necessarily that made a difference, as Minton fouled out and wasn't really any difference in the game. It was just their guard play and our carelessness not getting enough looks and opportunities to cut into it. So we out-rebound them 32-20, 13 offensive boards compared to 6 for Glasgow. So frustrating way to go into snowpocalypse here, and you got a lot of time to sit home by the fire or the kerosene heater or whatever it is, and think about what we could have done differently, and maybe a little while before we can go try to figure it out, whether that's a practice or back on the floor in a game.
Yeah, first quarter we were down 12-5, and it was 25-17 at halftime, 37-29 after 3, and that's when the Trojans did make that run there toward the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, but just couldn't get over the hump. And so our post-game stats brought to you by McDonald's. Play of the game tonight, brought to you by CPC Commodities.
Play of the game was that run that we went on.
Yeah, and when we cut it from a 13-point deficit down to 2.
Gave us a chance there and gave us some hope. And then they came back, I think it was with 5 or 6 straight buckets to just really lose any chance that we had to climb back in the basketball game.
Our player of the game tonight brought to you by Southern States.
And I thought, Cade kept us in the game with some offense. He had some tough pull-up jumpers there to do that. And Gavin, I think what Gavin did coming in the second quarter after Warren took him out and really challenged him and said, son, you got to be stronger with the basketball if we're going to have any opportunities down the stretch inside the paint. I think he answered the bell well. We just didn't have enough offense surrounding those two to really pick up the slack. So be another day. We don't know when that day will come, but it probably won't be Monday. We'll see what it is, and hopefully we can get back at it quickly and rectify this. We're just in a really tough stretch right now, and that stretch isn't going to get much easier.
Well, Glasgow goes to 5-0 in district play. Barren County now 2-2. Allen County, Scottsville 1-2. Warren East is 0-4. And I think, doesn't Allen County and Warren East still have a game to play? I'd have to look at the schedule and see. But Warren East more than likely is the 4 seed. Yeah, Coach Cunningham making his way out here right now for Coach's comments. Brought to you by Colton Steakhouse and Grill. 54-44 the final here tonight. Coach started out kind of sluggish there in the first half or first quarter. We're down 12-5. We were down 13. We cut it down to 2 at 37-35. Thought we were going to make that run. Just couldn't get over the hump.
No, we didn't. It was. Give Glasgow credit. I thought they played. Well. I thought they played very aggressive. I thought they played like they thought they were a better team, and they were. And I thought we played very intimidated. I thought we played very. When we have to call timeout to coach effort, and I did that probably 2/3 of the game tonight, then you're in trouble. And hey, give them credit. I thought they brought the game, took the game right to us, and we never. We responded in bits and pieces, but as a group and consistently, we didn't.
I know you were talking to Gavin Nunn there during the timeout. You said you got to be stronger with the basketball. He did make that. He started playing better. That was in that second quarter when he scored 7. But as a team, I know we had some sickness going on, and everybody not 100%. But we gave it the best effort, I guess. But we threw it away too many times. 19 turnovers.
Yeah, way too many turnovers, and that's one of the things that we talked about. And leading up to this game and then pregame, got to do a better job of being strong with the ball and taking care of the ball. And we did actually worse tonight than we did the first game. And that the rough thing was that a lot of the turnovers that we had resulted in points on the other end, and that made it even tougher. If you throw it out, if you throw it up in the stands, at least you can play defense. But when you're throwing it to them, then it puts you in a tough spot.
Right, and that puts you 2-2 in district play now. Glasgow's 5-5, and we've still got Allen County, Scottsville, Warren East to go. But Allen County, Scottsville on Monday night, I guess that game's kind of in jeopardy right now with the weather coming in.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens with all the weather. But my biggest concern is our team. Regardless who we play or whenever we play and all that kind of stuff. But we've got to have a much better consistent effort and concentration and focus on what we're doing, because we just have an entire, and it's been the case for the last month, just way too many breakdowns in terms of just simple things of doing your job. And we didn't start the game playing very hard, and that's a major concern.
Yeah, and they're going to be playing on this floor again come district tournament time too. So
yeah, and if we don't get some things right, we'll just play once.
Yeah, well, hopefully we won't. It'll be more than one.
Yeah.
Coach, we'll see you next time, whenever that is. Hopefully, depending on the weather.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. Yeah, it's just hard to see. We go through this in some aspect every season. Yeah. It looks like maybe the snow may be a little bit more than normal, but a little bit of rest right now won't kill our guys. Probably good for them a little bit to maybe get some rest and take care of themselves. Everybody be safe, and we'll get back in when we can.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Coach Warren Cunningham, the Trojans fall to the Scotties 54-44 here tonight. For earlier game, the Trojanettes won 81-47 over the Lady-Scotties to stay undefeated in district play. And I don't know, Robert, next broadcast, not sure when that's going to be yet. Hopefully it would be Monday, but the way the weather is talking, I'm not sure if we will get that ball game in on Monday, and maybe not even Tuesday with Greenwood at home on a senior night, and then at Warren East next Friday night, and Monroe County at home next Saturday. So we'll just have to wait and see how the weather and the roads clear up and all that good stuff. And it's going to get cold. It's already cold. I mean, we talked about it a little bit ago. The temperature outside right now is 17 degrees, and it feels like 2. So you're getting your winter coat on, I see, ready to get out of here.
Well, we'll see everybody when we see everybody. Be safe between now and then. Take care of everybody, and reach out to somebody if you need help.
Yeah. And hope everybody has their food and supplies ready for the weekend and the next few days, because it's going to be very cold for sure. That wraps up our broadcast for tonight. Again, the Trojanettes won 81-47. Trojans lose 54-44. Until next time, for Robert Bauer, studio producer Luke Pritchard, the BC Live crew, I'm Jay Turner. Thanks for being with us tonight. Stay warm and stay safe, and good night from Glasgow High School.